Welcome, fellow fools. Grab your drinks and raise your glasses. It's time for Fools and Flagons.
Hello!
Hey.
Welcome to Fools and Flagons. Cheers!
I don't feel like drinking at the moment.
Welcome to our D&D live show where I don't really know what we do anymore. We're a bunch of idiots rolling dice.
Shenanigans!
Hope you have as much fun as we do, because it usually gets pretty crazy in here. So yeah, before we get into anything too crazy, Ian, will you take care of our announcements for the night?
Sure, why the fuck not? So, as usual, just want to thank rollforfantasy.com, tabletopaudio.com, and Incomtech for all the music that we use and the intro and all that during the game while we're playing, all that other wonderful stuff. Welcome back to Kelpi and Jaa, who had a lovely, lovely time at PAX.
Yeah, I'm wrangling a cat.
Yeah, Maple's getting a little ornery. So yeah,
Child!
we are...
You
Anyway.
may continue.
So we're finally back to our regular D&D thing. We're done shooting zombies and stuff and all that. So yeah, that's really pretty much all that we've got. Nothing else major. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter so you can find out when we're going to be streaming, and you will get potential sneak peeks and little extra tidbits. And
You might be done shooting zombies. Yeah, give me a gun.
No, that's his gun. He worked hard to make that.
All right.
So, gonna pass it on back to the DM so we can get this ball rolling.
All right. Well, I am doing our recap for the night, and since it's been 2 weeks, I'm sure there are a couple other people besides myself that need this recap. So, picking up where we left off, the heist was successful, mostly. A few burn marks to Elluin's back was all the trio suffered in their little act of burglary. Kelpi, of course, took most of the items and put it in the bag so they wouldn't lose it. Kelpi and Jaa set off the next morning to the streets to see if they could find anyone who could tell her more about the amulet she'd taken off of Zutreoth way back in Nightstone. They chanced upon another Tiefling, an accomplished bard supposedly, who, after scolding her severely for being an idiot, took them both into an alleyway where he told them of the amulet and what it represented. It bore a likeness of Asmodeus, the ruler of the Nine Hells, and her great fore-father thing. They convinced him to identify one of the objects they had looted and found that it was a rod that could, on the touch of a button, freeze in place, even in midair. He also told them a bit more about the city and its vast bard population because of the bardic college that was centered there. Meanwhile, Bor, having awoken from his dreams, went back to the halls of inspiration and recounted his dreams to... It says the old man on here, but I have the name somewhere.
Yeah, I didn't
Father
have my
Shorm.
book when I was writing this, so I didn't have my notebook with me.
Father Shorm. Father Shorm then proceeded to set him in the right direction. I misread that. That set him in the right direction. After telling Shorm of his dreams, Bor was then directed to another organization in the city, the Order of the Gauntlets, in the House Invincible, where he spoke to a high-ranking individual that gave him a pin and a passphrase should he ever require help from one of their sister locations. Bor also learned of a cult that worshipped he who must not be named, that resided in the moors to the west of the Voldemort. He resided to the west of the city that needed to be dealt with and may even be questioned. The party reconvened to share their tales, and Kelpi showed off her acquisitions. Bor even had another stroke of brilliance while inspecting the two stones carved in the likeness of faces, with their mouths open, that Kelpi found as communication stones. We now rejoin the party at the start of the day with much to discuss and many things to plan. So, as you all reconvene in the common area of the tavern, eating a full breakfast as provided by our resident goblin, what would you like to do?
I'd like to log into Roll20 if that.
Well, I will say that today is the day that I get my map that I paid for. So that is numero uno on my list.
I'll be right back.
Language was that poor?
That was me drinking too much last night, speak.
Fair enough. Oh wait, was I hammered?
You were
you were
hammered the
hammered
night before. Because
Okay,
remember,
good.
you came and found me at the house Invincible
Yes,
That's
after I
right.
released you from tying.
with the bucket on your
tying
head.
Yes.
Right, that's right.
Oh, that was fun.
I kind of
That
left
was
that out
real
of the
fun.
description, sorry.
I know, yeah, it's kind of.
So, do we really have any other business here apart from waiting for this map to get done, or was there something else we needed to go and check out, take a look at?
Where's my map? There's my map. Click. No,
Otherwise,
no.
we just get on the road to Citadel Felbar finally.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm alright with this.
Jaa, you all done with your gun and everything? You don't have anything else you need to attach to it and scare the populace?
I can't afford anything else.
Oh, we need to make some money. You mentioned Citadel Felbar, dwarvening intensifies.
Dwarfgasm intensifies.
Well, unless you guys need me for anything, I'm probably just gonna... Where did I get this map?
It'd be great to get some map made. He doesn't even remember he made it.
I would improve my equipment a little bit more, but I don't want it to be branded by fucking Zorkon again.
Hold a hot prod. Ha ha!
Just the Z on it.
I mean,
Zoro!
unless anybody wants to tag along, I'll be back in a little bit.
I'll tag along because I'm bored!
I hate you.
Yeah, why not? I'll go with you guys.
Woo!
All right. Splitting the party.
For
We're in a
like,
town.
for like 10 minutes. Oh no.
Okay. So, you all once again retrace your steps to the map house. And once again, you find yourselves in a bustling, sort of half library, half cartographer's dream. As you see people rushing to and from with stacks of rolled up parchment and maps under their arms. And once again, at the front, there is a large podium with someone stationed there. This time, it is it's a half elf, short cropped hair, and spectacles on his nose as he seems to be flipping through a tome of some sort.
Is this not the same guy that was there?
No, this is a different one.
Well, good morning there.
Yes. Hello. How can I help you?
Oh, God.
Nerd.
Okay, out of character, why are you doing an impression of me? Fucking asshole. Alright.
Wedgie desire intensifies. I ordered a map. I ordered a map a few days ago. The man said it'd be ready for today.
Is there a name that the order is under?
Boar.
One moment, please.
As he closes his tome, sets it aside, and then brings out this huge book that looks like he should not be able to carry it, and it just flips it open and starts leafing through these giant pages. It's like,
How many days ago was this transaction?
3.
Ah,
I
yes.
counted higher than 2.
One order for a map of the north.
Yep.
I believe that one will be done shortly in the afternoon. They're still putting the finishing touches on it.
Will you still be here then?
It is my day to work the front desk, so yes.
Okay. We'll be back. And I turn and leave.
okay.
As soon as we get outside, I will lean towards Zorkon and go, is it wrong that I had this sudden desire to throw him as far as I could away from me.
Is it wrong that I had the urge to shove him in a locker?
No. I don't think that. I think it seems way too intelligent for even me. How about you, Elluin?
You're muted, bud.
Still
Again.
muted.
Can't hear you.
Roll a stealth check.
Roll mic check.
17.
17.
Hey!
You just see Elluin disappear around the corner.
Where did he go?
Just-
Well, we got him. I don't know what time it is.
That's
I
right.
don't know what time of day does it look like.
I don't know, morning.
Early morning.
Yes.
Early morning.
yeah, it's pretty early in the morning.
I don't know. Is there anything?
I
you
will
wanted to
I
do?
will say you do notice that about this time of day, more than a few people are out and about with, and they're all a lot of them are carrying instruments of some kind in their hands, and they're making their way toward the western part of the city.
Oh.
When you say,
What
oh, you mean like musical instruments?
Yes.
Oh,
other kind of instruments are there?
So, some of them, most of them are dressed in flashy clothes. Some of them more than others. But a lot of the, you see a common thread of people more than usual this time of the morning, making their way west into the west part of the city.
where do you think they're all going?
I don't know, but looking how they're dressed, probably something of the fancy type.
You want to go crash it?
No, we should probably go back and get everybody and then crash it.
I like that plan.
Wait, what are we crashing again?
No, you disappeared. You're gone. Go on.
You just hear a voice and you look around, you can't find him.
All of a sudden, Elluin just comes out of a brick wall.
I was gonna say, is he hiding in my shadow again? I hate it when he does that.
Homer
what are we
Simpson's
crashing?
into the shrubs.
What are we crashing?
I don't know.
Some
There's a bunch of
fancy
frou
musical
dudes
thing.
over there.
Yeah.
I don't think we look the part for it, but I'm ready to crash it.
I mean, let's go get
That's the
everybody else.
Point of crashing it?
Yeah.
Okay, back to the inn.
Yes.
All right. So you bebop back to the inn and still find, well, Kelpi and Jaa, was there anything you wanted to do while they were gone?
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
All right. You find them exactly where you left them.
Oh, good.
Ah.
Right where I left you.
Yes.
Thanks for asking, by the way.
I mean,
Oh, sorry. I thought you went with them.
No, it was
No,
Elluin,
I-
Zorkon, and I.
he never
Oh,
did- he never
Zutreoth,
gave
was there
an
anything you
answer.
wanted to do?
Breakfast.
Zutreoth has a boulder fall on him suddenly.
And new characters are made.
I take 88 points of bludgeoning damage.
A brain to dab a dabbage.
Oh, you don't make fun of my talking today, please. My brain's fried like my burger.
All right.
So we saw a bunch of people going to some fancy musical thing. You guys want to go crash it?
What do we need to crash it for? Can we just
Why?
go?
And
my
enjoy
map,
it?
my map's not ready. They said sometime in the afternoon.
I don't think crashing a party I'm not invited to is really my scene.
But it's
fine.
totally my scene.
We can
I
go
mean-
there and listen to music. Bor will probably like it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind listening to some very good music.
We could dance.
We can at least go
Yes.
check it out.
All right. Well, everybody, put on your good pants. I looked down at my pants.
I only have
I'm
the
ready to
one
go.
pair.
Yeah, I know you do. It was a figure of speech.
This is good bacon.
Yes, it is. I'm gonna steal a piece of John's.
I will let you.
Okay.
Just this once.
You live today.
Well, when you guys get done eating, we can go see what's the hubbub's about.
Yep. So, I guess when they're done eating, we'll head off to see what all the hubbub's above.
Okay, so you finish up your meal and you walk out, and there's still people heading in the same general direction. From where you are, you notice they're all going to the bridge. I can't remember its name now. The Moon Bridge, the large, very beautiful bridge that you noticed on your way in.
The one that I wanted to lick.
Yeah, that one.
Forgot about that.
And you notice everyone on the north side of the city is crossing the Moon Bridge before heading to the west part of the city. So you kind of follow the crowd, and you notice that while a lot of them are, there's a lot of them that are on the younger spectrum, and they're all races and sizes. You see mostly humans, half-elves, gnomes, halflings. There are a couple of tieflings. You see like 1 or 2 half-orcs. And a few elves of the very young side of the spectrum, like even younger than Elluin.
One out.
I don't see any dwarves playing instruments. That doesn't surprise me.
No, you see dwarves.
Damn it!
No
Nancy's.
Dragonborn.
You also notice that while those that are holding the instruments stick out more often than not, you also notice that a couple of less colorfully dressed citizens are also making their way in the same direction.
What do you mean less colorfully dressed? Do you mean like just like us?
Commoners.
Or...
Yeah, just the common folk.
Okay.
You also notice that there are a couple of probably the more higher end dressed people coming down from the estates as well.
Are you in hands in your pocket the whole time?
Your pocket.
Whatever event seems to be happening, it seems to be drawing in
Everybody.
all walks of life of the city.
It's probably a good
Can
thing
I-
Elluin's coming with us.
Can I try to snag the nearest half-orc looking dude and try to flag him down, see what's going on?
Yeah. So you eventually find one of the other half-orcs, one of the 2 that you've seen, and you get his attention. Yeah, could I help you?
Hey there, brother. What's all this all about? What's going on?
Oh, it's open recital day.
Open to what?
Every now and then the bardic college puts on an open recital. Anyone can play, anyone can listen. It's free entry.
I don't have to pay, and I'm already liking that.
Penny pincher.
Fuck you.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck if you're playing. He points to the ukulele.
He should talk to you.
And he walks off.
You mean that.
Well,
Not that.
yeah,
that.
sorry.
I mean, I guess we just follow in.
Continue on.
Yeah, we're going south.
Yeah, so you eventually make your way... See if I find... There it is. Okay, so you eventually make your way to... It's a large stone and wood building, close to the river on the southern bank. Strangely enough, it looks rather plain. There's not a lot of inscriptions or decoration. Not what you were really expecting from at least a building that houses bards and the appreciation for the music and other arts. But people seem to be streaming in droves.
I mean, is anybody opposed?
Boy, you should go try.
Who?
What?
Is anybody opposed to going in?
No, I'm not opposed. I'm curious.
Into what now?
This bardic building of
You do see on the above the large there are large wooden double doors, and above it you see in very beautiful and elegant script, probably one of the very few decorations on the building, Utrum's Musical Conservatory.
Hey, what's that say? Just to any of them that are...
Music hall.
Oh. I mean, do we want to go in? I kind of want to
Boy,
go in.
you should go try.
I should go try.
Yeah,
I mean,
you have your ukulele. You should go try.
I mean, your map won't be done for another while.
Two freckles past a hair.
For a little while.
Yeah, why not?
Wouldn't
We
hurt.
got time to waste.
Well, if anybody doesn't want to go in, now's your chance to run away.
You see me running?
I'll
Go.
stick behind a little bit.
There's
but
some
I'll still be around.
Okay.
Free
Alright.
music. I am not opposed to having something free.
Sure.
So you
Suggest-
all walk in, and you notice a lot of people are branching off and going up. There's a large main room, kind of half circular, with stairways leading up into multiple stairways leading up into different parts of the building. Most of the people that do not have musical instruments, and even some that do, are going up to these stairs. There is a large desk, kind of not, doesn't look like it's permanent. Looks like it was set up quickly. That has a little sign on the front that says entry. And there's a young halfling sitting there with lists of names and room numbers, sitting there, taking the names of people with instruments and directing them to different rooms. And you notice as you walk in, you don't hear any sounds of music.
It's weirdly quiet in here, isn't it?
I mean, you hear the muttering of people, you hear happy conversations and laughter every now and then as a joke is said, but you were expecting more of a musical background.
Yeah. What I said.
Probably people practicing and they don't want the others to hear it.
I suppose.
Because let's say you played it out in the open right here, right now. Everyone who's going to participate in this thing will hear your music and go, I can do better than that.
I appreciate your vote of confidence.
I'm snickering behind him.
Can I just take it and just give him a good gong?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it acts as a club as well.
Oh,
Dude.
shit. You!
What? I'm not the one laughing!
You're the one that made the slight. Say that, oh, they're better than you.
Yeah.
Just
So if you
fucking
want
say
to, roll a
it, dude.
d20 for an attack.
What am I, just like my strength and proficiency, or?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
fucked.
it's a weapon.
It's 21.
21.
How
Yeah,
much damage?
it's a d4. If I remember correctly.
How much damage?
I don't know, I don't have a club.
It's a D4. Just make it a D4.
3.
Plus your strength.
Oh, plus my strength?
Yes,
That's 8.
you're proficient in it.
I don't have, so that's 8 damage.
8 damage. As this loud echoing rings out from the ukulele, Elluin just gets flattened into the floor. Like a lot of people kind of stop and turn and look at this weird spectacle, and a couple of them kind of like hold their instruments closer, like, how could you?
Or it's just kind of retuning.
It's okay. I was making sure that it sounded all right, and he made fun of me.
By the way, I
Made
I should
fun
note-
of, gave you
What?
confidence.
I
was
should
that?
note that I'm just sticking around like 10-15 meters behind, just keeping an eye out on everything, making sure everything goes okay.
So you're there for us. You're just not associated with us.
No, I'm just watching. Like
I mean, that's pretty much the same thing, but
it's not for that reason though.
Oh, okay. All right.
Gotcha.
So you're just making sure nothing untoward's happening, basically.
Basically, it just keeping an eye out, making sure they're safe. Nothing.
Make a perception check.
Oh, sneaky.
First roll of the night. Well, kind
Second.
of.
First official.
17.
Okay. You notice that now that Boar has drawn attention, originally some people were just like, that guy's weird and he's abusing his instrument. But as you notice some of them going to turn away, you notice some of them stop, double take, and then go back to what they were doing, but keep like a side eye on Boar.
What are the people like? Do they seem like they have some sort of special traits to them?
It's mostly bards. Some of mostly those who are a bit on the a bit older. Some not like the really young groups of students and stuff, but it's people who are a bit probably still a couple of them are students, but it's a bit more well-traveled and more knowledgeable students. Are keeping like a very trying to keep a very subtle but very intense side eye on Boar.
All right. By the way, do I know what the talking heads are? Was I there for
Yeah.
that?
We were all there.
I believe you. Yeah.
Okay. So I just kind of I walk close to them, and as I walk close, I ask, who was it that has them right now?
Gee, I'll give you
Kelpi.
3 choices, and the first 2 don't count.
So I walk up to Kelpi, and I just kind of mutter off to the side, Kelpi, I need one of those heads. I'm just keeping an eye out on you guys. Someone is, yeah.
That's very lewd of you to ask.
Very.
I need head.
That's very lewd.
I mean, if you need a head, I can go over there.
Just give me
Not in the music hall. God damn it.
A little out of character thing. Is Kayla's video lagging behind for anyone else, or is that just me?
Yes.
It's a little bit for me as well.
Okay.
Her voice is fine.
Yeah, her voice
Yeah,
is
the
fine.
voice
The
is
video's
fine.
just behind. It's
Anyway.
odd.
There, enjoy that.
We heard it, then saw it.
That's awesome.
Do I just need to disconnect and then reconnect?
Try hitting
Can
Control R real quick.
What?
Control
Control
R
R.
real quick.
It's just a refresh.
One at a time.
Oh, she's gone. Oh, she's back.
Ah!
Well,
Nah.
her audio.
Okay.
Say something.
Gone.
There.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
We're good.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
I need one of the heads for communicating.
Fine.
Thank you.
Kelpi pulls one out of her bag.
Okay.
I grab it.
Make sure that's.
You get
And
the
yes,
right.
I am trying to be stealthy with it.
No,
Boar,
I'm
stop
just
trying
making
to
sure
teach
I
us.
make sure I remember how these are used.
Yeah, I'll have to add them in D&D Beyond.
Communication
pull it up.
That was our DM show. I'm just kidding.
'Cause- Dungeon Master,
While you guys do that, I'm gonna grab something to drink real fast.
magic items.
Good luck.
I can't add any more notes on my coach. That's silly.
When's the last time I messaged you? DM of mine.
Sending stones. Here we go.
We're gonna send it.
So when you touch one stone, you can use an action to cast Sending. The target is the bearer of the other stone. If no creature bears a stone, you know that fact as soon as you use the stone and don't cast the spell. Once sending is cast to the stone, they can't be used again until the next dawn. If one of the stone in a pair is destroyed, the other one becomes non-magical.
So it's once a day. They're not walkie-talkies.
No.
Am I wrong in remembering that the sending spell has a certain word limit?
Yes, that it does.
I'll make sure
You have one message to get it right. Don't fuck up.
All right.
I want to
Hey,
say
guys.
it's 25
How's it going?
words, but
You send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you are familiar. The creature hears a message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender if it knows you, and can answer in a like manner immediately. The spell enables creatures with intelligence scores of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message. You can send the message across any distance and even to other planes of existence, but if the target is on a different plane than you, there's a 5% chance that the message does not arrive.
So, a quick question. When it says intelligence score, does it mean like the modifier or does it mean the actual number?
Score.
Okay. Whew. Okay.
We know you're just 8, so it's
no,
fine.
I was going to say I'm at a -2.
I talked to Bora and all he hears is
That's normal.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's
Anyway.
everybody though. All right.
So, I now have a stone. I dip back into the background and I keep an eye.
Okay.
And while that's happening, I'll go up to the guy at the desk and just say, "Hey, what are you doing?" What's all this?
So there's actually already kind of a line, but you wait. There's only like 3 other people there, and it doesn't take long because he's just taking name and directing. So you get to the front, and it's like, yes, sorry, student, first time or recreation?
Recreation.
Last 2?
You're
new
not a
here.
student here.
Got it. So.
I don't even know what this is.
Oh. Well,
I followed the
no one's
crowd.
behind you. No one's behind you, so we have a little bit of time. This is open recital day. The point is, the college puts this on every so often, where students are allowed to show off to the masses. There is also a chance for non-students to perform and possibly get a scholarship. And then there's also time for people who just want to, maybe traveling bards who wish to show off a bit for the school and maybe sing a piece they've been working on.
So, they have schools for this?
Oh yes, here in Silvery Moon we have the vaulted House of the Harp. We specialize in the School of Lore for bards. But there are a few others that study other more diverse schools here.
Huh. And here I am just self-taught. Cool. Yes. Sign me up.
Well,
Why not?
if you were looking for a scholarship, might I suggest that route? Or if you're just passing through, I can also suggest rooms for just the recreation.
Probably want to stick to the recreation there more. You
pick.
don't seem like the schooling type.
You pick.
I'll have to agree with your
Don't listen
friend
to him.
there.
Just
Recreation it is. So your room will be, let's see, what do I have open for recreation? Here we go. Room 10.
Woo, can't count that high.
It's jump.
Oh no. So room 10 is just down the hall. Take a left, and then it's the first door on your right.
So I'm going left, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Left, then door on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, left.
He looks at Zorkon. I'll trust him to your care.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Don't worry.
The rooms are labeled, and just so you're aware, if any of your friends or companions want to listen, they can go up the stairs and find the corresponding balconies where the music masters, other students, and spectators are allowed to listen in. Each of the rooms are soundproofed, so you will not be interrupted by any other person's performance. You have the hour, or you can have the 10 or 30-minute slots, whichever one you prefer. It is free today for the 10 and 30-minute, but the hour will cost a gold.
So I just go into the room, play something, people listen, and then I leave.
Correct. Some of the Masters of Whisper, if they're impressed, might approach you. Some of the students, if they are impressed, may approach you for pointers or tips. That is the point of this. And there have been a few cases of a traveling bard getting a sponsorship from some of the more wealthier members of our society, if you impress.
Okay.
Don't worry, Borg. You got this.
Okay. Let's go.
Let's go.
So would that be the 10-minute or the 30-minute?
10 minutes, fine. I don't have anything longer than that.
Just be advised, if you do start to go over your 10 minutes, someone will come in and interrupt you no matter where you are in your performance.
Okay. I was going to ask something, but I decided against it. We'll just go.
Best of luck to you.
Yep. Off we go.
So,
I just
Kelpi.
He's
Gonna walk up to the desk. Do you say, "Oh no"? You say, "Oh no"?
Well, because you had this look on your face, like.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna lean over to Jaa. Jaa, does she play an instrument?
Well, technically, singing is an instrument.
I bet you sing beautifully when she does, but no, an actual instrument.
Singing is allowed at the college. So you walk up. Yes, how may I help you?
Do you have any famous people that are playing?
None of the masters are performing today, but we do have a couple of highly vaulted students.
Do you know of a tiefling called Vorgoth?
I, in fact, do. One of our very highly rated students. I believe he is performing in room. I want to say 6.
Okay. Thanks.
You're very welcome. I will say his performance is due to end in the next 5 minutes. He doesn't usually take very long. Very humble like that. Bless his soul.
Yeah.
We know someone else that's like that too.
Thanks.
Somebody else that doesn't take very long.
Information.
All right.
So I'm gonna follow Borg.
Yeah.
Okay. So you and Boar go off. The rest of you are not allowed entry past a certain point, as you are not performers. But Zorkon was given special privilege due to the fact that he didn't trust Boar on his own.
I talked to the desk person.
Yes. How can I help you?
Hi. I'm with them. I'm just making sure everything goes okay. Is it all right if I follow them?
I'm afraid only one handler per person. You are allowed up into the balcony, though.
I'm afraid I'm going to be going. Just I need to keep an eye on them, please.
I can't allow that. I'm afraid. I'm sorry.
Do I hear this?
I need to do this, please.
You're not far yet.
Hey, if I give you a gold, I mean, he is with me. I mean,
I'll just swap. I don't care.
Okay, yeah, let him swap.
That's fine. His room is 10. Down the left. First on the left and the right. Thank you.
Gotcha. I got through.
Okay.
I'm guessing
You just
Kelpi
want
and
to hear me play, don't you?
That ain't it, boy.
Dang it. Alright, well, I'm gonna follow them. I don't. I guess I'm gonna ask Kelpi what's going on. Like, Kelpi, are you tagging along with us, or are you going somewhere else?
We can go up to the balcony.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna go to the balcony.
Yeah.
So you all go up, and you find like almost like a maze of hallways, but they're all labeled very well, like 10 to 20 this way, 30 to 40 this way. So you do easily find the balcony for room 10 right as Bor walks in. As you look around, there are a few students. There is one very old halfling, long beard, very long, flowy red and purple and silver robes, kind of presiding over the students as they await Bor's entry. And Bor enters right about the time you do. There are also a couple of commoners and one or two pretty well dressed upper class citizens.
Let's see, what's the performance area like?
It's so where Bor is just a square room. In the center is a slightly raised stage where he can stand in the center to perform. The balcony covers 3 walls, and the balcony is about 15 feet above where Bor is performing.
Okay.
How many rows of
post
seats
up in
per
the corner.
thing? Sorry.
How
many rows of seats per balcony?
It's not. There's no seating. It's only standing, and there's a railing.
Okay.
There's a railing to look over, but it's mostly standing.
Okay.
I post up in the corner. Just
Okay.
Kelpi takes her bag, like
Okay.
stuffs it against her front.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask for people to move since I'm highly challenged.
I mean, the room is actually the balcony is very spacious. There's actually room for everyone to see and get a spot at the railing if necessary.
Okay.
Some of the people are keeping a distance and only listening without much of a visual, but there's plenty of room at the moment.
Oh, I'm gonna lean against the railing thingy.
Okay.
So is there like a bunch of lights on me that I can't really see, or is it like
No,
I
you
see...
can you can actually see everyone on the balcony. There is a single spotlight that's coming from the roof. As you look up, it seems to be a contraption of like a hole in the roof covered with glass to let the sunlight in, and a few mirrors to amplify it. But at the moment, you can see everyone.
Okay. I'll walk up to onto the platform and just kind of, hey, this is gonna be fun. Woo! I'm testing to see how the echo is, because he said it was quiet, but
It's pristine acoustics.
oh, that's cool.
Knock him dead, Porter. Don't fuck it up.
So I'm gonna do one quick thing. The little teddy bear, which has the tiny wolf cap, the little toy sword, and the little pin on him that I got from the gauntlet guy. Gonna take him off and set him on the ground. Then I'm gonna cast Unseen Servant, and I'm gonna whisper and say, "Okay, Breast, just like we practiced." And as I play this, he's gonna make the little teddy bear like move around and stuff.
Okay. All right.
Okay, but let's to clarify. I thought the spell summoned as a servant.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
the
he's
sword is
invisible,
unseen.
so I can make him like take the arms and make it like walk across the stage and stuff.
Okay.
As you do this, anyone who's paying attention at the time, if you look toward the older halfling, you see him sort of chuckle as this is happening, as he starts to see the teddy bear start to move.
So, all right, I guess I gotta go on for it. Bravely bold Sir Robin rode forth from Camelot. He was not afraid to die, oh brave Sir Robin. He was not at all afraid to be killed in nasty ways. Brave, 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 brave Sir Robin. He was not the least bit scared to be mashed into a pulp, or to have his eyes gouged out and his elbows broken, to have his kneecap split and his body burned away, and his limbs all hacked and mangled, brave Sir Robin. His head smashed in and his heart cut out and his liver removed and his bowels unplugged and his nostrils raped and his bottom burned off and his penis, I forgot the rest. That's all I got. And the little, okay, breast now, and it'll make the teddy bear like kind of do a little bit of a bow, and then it'll
roll a performance check with advantage for the teddy, since you did the teddy bear.
Oh, not the fact that I actually played a fucking song. Fuck you.
No, that doesn't
I mean, you were expected to do that anyway.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, that's the first time that I've ever actually played in front of like a bunch of people, so I was really fucking nervous.
You get an advantage, quick bitchin'.
All right. No modifiers, just a straight roll.
No. Performance.
17.
17. You see the students like they're more amused. The students and who you assume is a teacher are more amused than anything, but they give you a good applause. And the commoners who are laughing at the kind of crude jokes. You see one of the more upper class citizens is like, "What was that?"
Thank you. I'll be here until this afternoon ish.
Kelpi and Zutreoth, you noticed during the performance a figure had walked in during the performance and is kind of leaning over the balcony now. Kelpi, you recognize him as Vorgoth. And so yeah, just that side note.
What's his demeanor like at the moment?
Highly amused from the performance. Go ahead and roll an insight check for me.
Me or him?
Zutreoth.
12.
12?
Oh, sorry, 13. Yeah.
13. Okay. He is very amused. There also seems to be an emotion that you can't quite translate, but there is something else there beside amusement.
What kind of?
That you can't tell. It's just there's something else there besides amusement, but you can't quite put a finger on it.
Anger, sadness, something that
You're not really sure. It's hard to figure out.
It's not that broad of a spectrum. Like, what's it like?
He's hard to read, but you can see the amusement, but there's something else there, but you can't quite get a beat on it.
Insanity, anger.
You're far away. Like it's
okay, but like, all right, fuck.
And
it.
you rolled a 12. You didn't roll high enough to understand.
Shut up. Fuck off. All right, go move along. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
All right, I'll pick the bear up and I'll take a second to time back to me, and I'll just walk out grinning and go, "That was fun."
All right. Vorgoth, seeing you, Kelpi, walks over and says, "I assume this was your friend that you were talking about."
well, hello. Yes, that was my friend.
He's very entertaining.
One would call it that.
Yeah.
Are you going down to meet him?
Yes.
Mind if I tag along?
Do you guys mind?
I don't care.
Oh, sorry, introducing myself. My name is Vorgoth. I am a student here at the college.
Are you sure?
Hi.
I'm the only one that says hi. Damn.
I guess
Yeah.
so.
Oh.
Jaa, you already know Jaa. This is
Hello
Elluin
again.
and Zorkon.
Hi.
Pleasure to meet you all. Shall we?
Yes, we shall. I'm gonna scuttle out.
All right, so you all make your way down, and as Boar, you exit back into the common area, and they meet you there. You see this very finely, colorfully dressed Tiefling with sort of decorated horns. He, as a note, Kelpi, he wasn't as decorated as he was when he was not as decorated when you met him the first time, but now he has a couple of jewels and metal ornaments on his horns.
Okay.
That was unbelievably entertaining. Good job.
I try my best.
I have to ask, though, that is a fascinating instrument you have.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Can I ask where you came across such a
I
oddity.
secured it for him.
Oh, you did?
Boy. Yes.
Oh.
I came across it for you, remember?
No, I tripped on it in the hallway when we were taking care of them whites.
Racist.
What?
No, I don't think anybody actually told him who gave it to him. He just tripped on it and found it, and then he started playing with it. Maybe I'm misremembering.
I don't know.
Let's just say the boar hit his head and he forgot. Well, thank you, Kelpi.
I think we all understood what she was saying.
It was the ham wrapping.
It was the ham wrapping. Come on.
Oh yeah, I forgot it used to smell really, really good.
If I may, can I have a quick look at it?
Yeah.
What? I want to roll insight on him.
Well, you
Yeah.
already rolled insight once. Hey, I'll
Kelpi,
allow
roll
Kelpi.
fucking insight on him.
Kelpi, roll. Yeah, you can roll insight.
What is this? Oh, okay. New dice.
New dice, who dis?
New dice. Who dis? Kelpi doesn't know shit.
He seems
Was it a-
very
It wasn't natural.
amused and friendly.
No, yeah, I mean, don't break it, or I might have to get my buddy Zutreoth here to do you some harm.
Well, we wouldn't want that, as he kind of holds out his hands. He takes it and kind of a familiar waving of fingers to any of the spellcasters in the room. Traces some glyphs in the air. Is like, why, this is just
It's pretty cool,
fascinating. And sorry, Kelpi, where did you say you found it?
If you give me back the ukulele, I'll let you know.
By all means. And he hands it back.
She quickly hands it back to Boar.
Okay.
huh? Hey, made it back.
Do not let go of this again. We found it somewhere. In a hole.
I
That's all we
see.
know.
Well, keep it close. There's a lot of less than savory parties who would very much like to examine that for their own devices.
They can
Are
try.
any of them here?
There might be a few. You never know how infested a organization might be with those who do not adhere to the same goals. But nevertheless, it is a very well put together piece, and you should be very proud of it.
Oh yeah, it's great fun. I've made him float. I pointed at Elluin. Yeah, he didn't like it very much. It was funny as hell, though.
Oh, yes, it was hysterical.
Did Kelpi by chance notice if he casted anything silently?
He did cast silently, but the only thing he cast was identify.
Okay.
What did you say, Zutreoth?
I nudge Boar. Just tell him. Just kind of shut up kind of deal.
Well,
Sorry.
I do have a couple more performances to attend for friendly purposes.
Is he wearing any instrument?
Yeah, he's currently got. He actually has a flute holster on his side, and has a
Quick draw.
large has a large shawm roped around his back.
What's that you got there? That big thing on your back?
Pulls it off. This is a rather simple wooden shawm. It's a large. I described this incorrectly yesterday, so my apologies.
Last week.
It is a large woodwind instrument, probably about the length of his head to his torso, with holes drilled into the side and the mouthpiece on the very top, and the end kind of flares out like a almost like a trumpet.
So it's like a bassoon-ish.
Sort of.
It's a didgeridoo.
Oh,
It's very similar. It's very similar to what you do.
Is that a wooden
Hey,
saxophone?
Zutreoth, can you give us a demonstration real quick?
Could you fucking didgeridoo?
I can sometimes play, you know, wind instruments, but the tusks get in the way a lot. I prefer the. Now, granted, remember, fucking cucumber sausages is able to play this, but yeah.
Yes, well, wind instruments are my specialty, but I do dabble in the strings every now and then.
Is Kelpi actually making that gesture?
No.
I'm gonna look very shifty-eyed at the flute and then look away.
Well, we will not keep you from your performance, and I will keep a very firm hold on this.
See that you do. Best of luck to all of you.
Is there anyone in particular visually that we should be on the lookout for that maybe we give a little bit of a wide berth?
Oh, well, I know those of the Black Network are always on the lookout for interesting magical items, and of course, I have heard whispers that the Kraken Society is on the move again for the first time in decades.
Do they have
And
any
they're
sort
all-
of look about them? Like, did they wear a symbol? Would you know one when you saw one?
Stereotypically, if they're
Stereotypically, got it.
If they are, if they are good at what they do, you won't see them coming. Unless they are a little bit on the less than bright side of the spectrum, they won't be wearing their own colors.
That name's familiar to some of us, isn't it?
Which one?
To the Kraken Society,
Yes.
that name would be very familiar to 3 of you.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I'm just making sure. I'm trying to remember correctly.
Yeah, no, that name is has a few bad connotations for a few of you.
What? Am I among them? Or?
No, that would be
Oh, I don't want to know. I just.
Yeah.
Wait, can you message me who they would be? Because I think I don't know if it's either me or not. Just...
It is you.
Okay.
I'm not good.
Because I'm sitting there going, is it me? Is it not me?
It sounds like an evil society, which is kind of what you're part of, but
Anyway.
not.
Zoom.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
we will keep a lookout. Thank you.
best of luck to all, and a good day. As he drifts off into the crowd.
Thank you for your information.
My pleasure.
Kelpi, he's like 10 feet away. You don't have to yell.
What?
All right, let's get going.
Yeah.
You fucking
Good job, boy.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with it.
I'm gonna
Boy.
jump.
Yeah.
You are not to let that out of your hands, ever. Ever. You're not to hand it over to anyone who asks.
Hey, boy, can I see it?
You could give him another fucking closer look at it.
Sure, let me get you a nice close-up in person to look at it. I don't really do it this time.
Okay.
Okay, no, it's still in tune.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank
let's, anything else anyone else wants to do? I mean, I've still got a little while before my map is done. Going once, going twice. Get drunk.
I mean, there's all these other performances you can go to, or
I'm gonna
people you
check
can
out-
talk to.
I'm gonna check out some other performances.
Okay.
Sunbathe in the meadow.
Is there
Uh,
anyone who stands out?
Who stands out? In the common room, not at the moment. No. Most of the music masters are already in performance, either watching performances or giving advice to people back in the hallways. There aren't many. There are still bards and other sorts trickling in, but none that really catch your attention.
Okay.
Oh, As I head out, I hand the sending stone back to Kelpi.
Aw, thank you. Stuffs it in the bag.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
All right. So I think a few of you said you want to check out a couple of the other performances.
I'll go outside and stand with Zutreoth.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go out with them and just kind of putz around, enjoy the day.
Okay.
I'll go with Ellie.
So you go to a few of them, and some of them are good, some of them not so much.
How do they compare to me?
All of them better.
Most of them,
asking you,
I will
Kelpi.
say most of
I just realized what you were doing.
the ones most of the recreational ones you go to, or even some of the scholarship ones you go to, are about your level or worse. There are a few better than you, but you feel pretty good about yourself. Going to some of the student performances, some are your level as well, but there are quite a few who this is their main vocation, so they have been practicing for years and years, and they astound and astonish some of their performances. You even get to see one of the flute performances by Vorgoth, who is unbelievably good at what he does. It almost brings a tear to your eye. You do come across one of the recreational. You do come across one of the recreational rooms, and it has a young male dwarf, thick, bushy beard, who plays a mandolin, and his performance is a little strange. He's fairly young, but he's singing quite the depressing tune.
Okay.
He's strumming. It's "Oh death, won't you spare me over another year?" And just keeps singing this very melodic yet almost depressing tune, which is a little off because you're not used to seeing someone this young singing such a dreary and just depressing, dark tune that usually is sung by those with a little bit more experience and life lived. It is beautiful, but he doesn't quite seem to know what the meaning behind the song is.
He can sing it, he just doesn't understand it.
Yes.
Like, after a little while, can Bor go back inside and just kind of poke into some of them?
What's around?
Yeah, just poke into some of the performances.
That's what you've been doing. You've been going around and going to the different
I said
observation
before
decks.
that I went outside with Zorkon and Zutreoth, but I want to kind of...
Oh, okay.
Get bored and go pop back inside.
I'll say you come back in about the time they start looking at Vorgoth and this other dwarf.
Okay.
So you hear some of this stuff. About 2 hours pass going into different places. You come out. It's getting to be about noon.
Lunch on me.
Free food, yes.
I'm not eating on you.
Wow. There must be an echo in the room.
I meant that I would pay for it.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, there's no echo in the room. Boy checked for it, and it was pretty good.
My dwarven face palm. Alright, I heard food. Feed me!
Ham, please.
Do we see a place with ham? Do we smell ham? Jaa,
Make a perception check.
initiate your ham senses.
Ham senses engaged.
I'm
assisting.
proficient in proficiency, in perception.
And since it's Jaa looking for ham, I'll give him advantage.
Natural 20 already.
As Jaa
Natural
sniffs
20
around, he
ham.
quickly gets the scent and leads you back across the moon bridge and into the market once again, where it is lunchtime, so a lot of the food vendors are out. and you quickly locate vendors of ham, cheese, bread, and various fruits and vegetables, whatever sort of meal you like.
What's that, boy? You smell ham?
Just has the Looney Tune act to him where he just kind of like smells it and then just kind of
My tail is spinning behind me.
Okay.
Jawcopter.
I'll say each of you will spend a round of gold for a full meal.
So 7 gold. Got it. Like I said, it's on me.
Why is it? It's 6.
7?
There's 6
It's 6. Don't count the DM.
Are you sure you don't want some ham?
I would love some ham right now, actually.
Are you trying to bribe the GM?
No. Yes. All right. 6 gold gone.
All right.
Gone for bribing the GM.
Okay. So we'll all enjoy ham.
Yum!
Ham, bread, and cheese. Nice little ham and cheese sandwich. Yeah.
Yum.
Okay. All right. Do we see
If
anybody
there's nothing... Sorry?
going
Go
off
ahead.
of Elluin's... Not Elluin. Zutreoth's paranoia? Do we see anybody, like, loitering and kind of shifty-eyeing us?
You... Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Perception.
12.
12? You did notice a few side eyes as you left the building, and maybe a few more after. But the farther away you got, the less they kind of just dispersed after, especially after crossing the moon bridge. No one seems to give you a second thought.
No,
Cool.
give a shit.
Back to normal. Okay.
Yeah. He said afternoon.
He said late afternoon.
Is there a place, I forget, did I go to a smithy at some point in Silver Moon?
I don't believe anyone ever found a smithy.
No, I did. I
You
got
did.
pulled away from it.
Right.
I was like, ha! Wait, no! Let me go! Kelpi and Jaa assured that I wouldn't get it.
I guess this would be more like a tinkering type thing. Is there like a tinkering shop in...
Tinkering shop. Go ahead and roll investigation.
Crafts.
Since I'm the one that's kind of like been around the city the most, would I have noticed anything to be able to kind of point him in a better direction?
I'll say roll it with advantage, just because bored trying to remember, did anything look like a tinkering shop?
18. Thank God I had
18?
advantage because it was 64.
I got you, bud.
All right.
Where the fuck am I? Boar.
I mean, Boar
Sad
has
day.
been all over this fucking city by now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You did notice a couple of times on your way to the Halls of Inspiration, there was a kind of a weird stall on the eastern side of the marketplace, kind of over toward the outskirts as you went back into the more common buildings of the city. It might be something.
What he said.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, Boar leads you over to the general area, and after a bit of looking around, you do find this ramshackle, like almost barely standing stall with like a few contraptions sitting on the platform, with like weird stars that are like turning over on themselves and would stop and then go back the other way. Some of them are little. You're not really sure what the purpose of them, but they're little cog contraptions that seem to be ticking and moving. A lot of little bitty, just weird look to be tinkering projects, but no one there. There doesn't seem to be anyone at the stall.
I
Oh, it's talking to me.
Hey, buddy. I was looking for something.
No,
specific.
you just hear the voice. Someone's there.
Yeah, I know. I'm just talking to him. I'm looking for something in specific, tinkering wise.
I'll be a moment. Hold on.
Okay, Dad.
Where is that coming from?
As you see, because the stall leads into kind of another a bigger ramshackle tent that you can't really see all the way inside, and you just see it's like, oh no! And you see a puff of smoke out the front of the tent flap.
Maybe I should not have gone here for my tinkering needs.
Hold on, I'm interested now.
As you see the tent flap brush aside again, as a small halfling, leather apron, goggles, big like bug-eye goggles on, no hair, just completely bald.
Gee, I wonder why.
And just a bit of white hair at the chin.
Does he have
Yeah.
Does he have eyebrows?
Does he have teeth?
Okay.
No.
Well,
He has teeth.
a couple.
Okay.
What can I do for you?
I was tone it down, please. I was looking for. Fuck, hold on. I was looking for something a bit more specialized, like a. Do you have any darts that could be filled with certain cartridge?
Like poison?
Almost. I'm not using it for poison, but something.
I got those.
Okay. Are they filled with anything currently? Or are they fillable?
Yeah, poison.
I mean, you kind
Could
of
be
walked into
modified.
that one.
No, I mean, I didn't know that it was filled with poison.
Oh.
So, shut the fuck up, Artie. Alright. Fuck my life. Alright. So, how much are they a piece?
5 gold a dart?
5 gold a dart. Can they be modified easily, do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I can make some custom. You can't really get the poison out without stabbing something.
Could you just stab a pillow?
Well, that'd be a waste of poison.
I think that's the point that I'm trying to accomplish. But, yeah, I'll get maybe 25 of them.
All right.
75.
Let me go see if I have any empty ones.
And goes back in. You hear like clanging. You hear like clanging and like tiny sparks. You hear like like no. And you just hear this clanging and like just kind of just rooting around. And like at one point you see like this circular cog just like ting ting ting, and then like roll out of the tent and like, oh, where'd it go? Ah, frick.
How the fuck did he arc something looking for darts? Did he throw a wrench across 2 live wires?
I mean, you guys are worrying about this. I'm worried the poor guy's gonna stab and kill himself with the damn darts.
No. This one's empty.
At one point, you hear like silence and like, ah, I found it! And he comes out and it's like he comes out with like a little rolled up leather pouch and he puts it on the desk and unrolls it, and there you see like kind of secured in with leather straps to this almost tool belt like thing, little darts that have a hollow glass center almost that you can see inside of. That seems to drip down into the blade, but it's only activated whenever something's stabbed.
Okay.
But there's only 10 of them.
He's like, oh, this is all I got. And it'll take me a while to make some new ones.
How many of the poison ones do you have?
I got another 10 poison ones. I usually just make them as I need them.
Sure. I'll take your 10 empty ones and the 10 poison ones.
Alright.
It was 5 gold for the poison ones, and then what for the empty ones?
For the empty ones? Oh, since I'm not spending the poison, I'll give them to you for 2 gold.
Alright, 70 gold it is.
Alright.
Gold.
So just kind of clarification for me out of character. When you say darts, I'm thinking like horse tranquilizer darts. Are these like?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, these are like about this big,
Oh.
long needle on the end, and like a glass tube. That's like
that's what I was
folded
thinking of,
in the metal. You can still see inside the tube, but it's like the metal was folded around this glass tube, and little and there is like a feathery, stringy substance on the back to give it kind of that wind resistance for aiming.
All right. So I have 20.
He goes back inside, and this time they were just inside. They were just inside the tent. He pulls out the ones of the poisons, unrolls it. Same thing. They're all strapped in with the leather. It's like, all right, there you go.
Thank you very much. Take them in my bag.
All right. Let me know if this come back soon.
Hey, your little cog thing went that way.
Ah!
And scurries off.
What are you looking to do with those? Or is it like a Kelpie style secret?
I'm not a fan of the secret thing. I don't know. Not to throw shade at Kelpie, but I don't like the secrets thing. I'm just planning on. I am planning to make a weapon for efficiency against undead.
Ooh.
So I'm trying to see if I can modify some holy water to be more potent when injected into the undead. Perhaps.
What if they're just a skeleton?
If they're a skeleton, then I guess switch stab, motherfucker. I don't know.
I like that plan. All right, sounds good to me.
Or maybe it could be corrosive to bone. I don't know.
How are you gonna do?
I mean, I don't know if that temple where I went to speak to all them old people, the Hall of Inspiration, that doesn't seem like the place.
I would have more specialized contacts for dealing with undead.
Gotcha. Thank you. Is it? Does it look like it's late enough that I can try back for Turbo Nerd?
You could probably try back.
Okay.
Turbo Nerd.
All right. Unless somebody wants to go with me, I'll meet you guys back at the inn.
All right.
I mean, I thought you went with this Zutreoth on your own.
Oh.
Yeah, you and Zutreoth just...
Oh, all right. Yeah, okay. I mean, unless you want to go back.
No, I'll just follow you.
Okay.
I don't know where the fuck I am anyway.
This way.
You both make your way down to the map house, and enter again. Once again, it is the same half elf at the podium, and he looks up.
Oh, it's you again. I believe your map order's ready. I will go get it.
And kind of slowly walks off into the back.
As he's walking away, I just kind of like in the air, just go like. And then just like just rein it in. Just
I can just see like his coworker looking over, just like me too.
I'll look this way.
I
understand. He comes back with a leather cylinder with a strap over it. It's like,
here is your order. That has...
I already paid for it.
Oh, perfect. Yes, you did.
Wait, did you actually? I can't actually remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I remember because I was counting and I was like 10, and I was about to pull another one out, and he pulled it away. It's like, yeah.
Like I felt so confident.
Thank you for your patronage. Please come back soon.
I might not.
Okay, bye.
That's awesome.
I lean over to Boar. Zamir, did you want to strangle him too?
Yeah, I did.
All right.
The guy that was there before him was actually kind of cool.
You hear from halfway across town.
Nerd! Just as soon as you leave, you just hear like one of the thugs come up to him. Give me your lunch money, nerd.
Okay.
Yes, Reed, there were nerds.
Right, so we're all gonna meet up, I guess.
Yeah, we'll go back to the inn.
I will wait until we're at the end to open it up.
Okay.
Look.
So I'm guessing the rest of you would have gone back to the inn as well?
Probably so.
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
So you all reconvene at the inn.
For the time being.
For the time being. You all reconvene at the inn. It's climbing into later hours of the afternoon, getting toward evening, but you still have a bit of daylight left. So.
I want to get a tankard of ale. This guy right here. And I want to unfold the map and see what I got for 10 gold.
All right. So you it's quite a bit larger than the one you got before, as you did order a little bit more detail. And so you unroll it, and it is a very beautifully well-crafted map. It has everything you asked for, the different landmarks and stuff, all the different cities. Out of game, there are a few locations that is on the map that I provided you with that will not be on this map, as they are secret locations.
Like the
but I will let you know
stuff with like the mountains and all that shit.
Yeah, it's mostly all the cities on the main roads that are there, and a few major landmarks that are well known around the north.
Do I see anybody in the bar that might look like, never mind.
Fishy.
No, not fishy. I was going to look and see if there's anyone that looked like they might know. So, Boar can't read, but he would know most of the locations. So I was going to see if there was anyone in the bar that might know of the locations that could like read them to me and describe them to me so that they would just stay locked in here.
Okay.
But it's either that or I can just wait and go to the map place and hope that Turbo Nerd isn't there.
Right. Just for reference for your character, most of the you can see some of the dots and be like, oh yeah, that one's Tribor. That's about the same area. Most of the ones you don't know are. I have to look at the map myself for this.
I'm about to pull it up.
But most of the locations for reference.
Is it on Roll20?
Actually, that one is not. The one on Roll20 is blank for you guys.
I got you. Yeah, I got you here.
So I'm trying to find the landmark that would be like from here over. You aren't really super familiar with. From if you see the Desarin Valley, everything from about
Desarin Valley.
It's just above Tribor is the label.
Ah, okay.
So everything in that valley and west you are at least vaguely familiar with. Just about everything east of that, though, you haven't had a lot of experience with. You kept mostly to the northern side of the coast, and with a few excursions south, but not that many.
Okay.
So what's the plan? Are we gonna stay here the night? Are we gonna get?
Well, I mean, it's already in the afternoon. There's no point in really heading out right now, right? I mean, get one more good night's rest, leave early in the morning.
And go to see my people. Can't see it, but I pelvic thrusted. Yeah. Yeah, dwarves.
Thoughts, concerns, objections?
I'm alright with that.
I'm alright with that too, he said as if he knew what the fuck was going on. Guess he went to the bathroom.
We're gonna spend the night here and then leave tomorrow to make our way to Felbar.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I will get a drink and then make my way up to my room to work on my gear, I guess.
Zorkon, can I convince you to, well, if you're going to work on your gear.
No, what's up? What's up, big
No,
guy?
just you or anyone that's here. Can you read me the names that are on this map so I at least know where they are, what they're called?
I guess I
have a seat with Bor. And
Yeah. Zorkon, you go work on your stuff. I want to see what you can make out of that. That's more important.
Sorry, did I miss something with Zorkon's gear?
He's working on the wood stuff, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think my handle still only has, like you said, 1 or 2 more rolls left on it.
Yeah. So go ahead. I think this is your second to last. So go ahead and what have I been having you roll on this?
It was a D20 and adding
proficiency because this is a no.
Was it dexterity?
This is dexterity because you're not proficient with it.
Yes. That would be a 15.
Okay. So yeah, you've made a lot of good progress, and you think it's just about done, but probably needs one more good sitting for it. And as for Bor and Zutreoth, you guys sit for the rest of the evening hours and a little bit into the night, and kind of look over the locations. And you get to most of the cities on the main roads and other locations. They kind of drill them into Bor's head.
I just feel like a fucking preschool teacher, just like, every moon. Every moon.
It's break time. Here's your chocolate milk.
Nap time!
Yes, I will go to bed after I do my
I'm going to get breasts to strangle you in your sleep, motherfucker. By the way, he's named his invisible servant Bress.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, Bress?
B-R-E-S.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Not breast.
I thought you said breast. Yeah.
I was like, that would have been par for the course for Bor.
Bor Bress.
He's a boob.
All right.
He's a bit of a tit.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm going to bed after I finish tinkering. Done.
All right. Yep. Is there anything else anyone wants to do for the night?
Sleep.
All right.
Oh.
All right.
I'll do that.
Kelpie waits till everyone else goes to bed.
Night, Kelpie.
Okay.
Kelpie, did you need me to stay up?
Nope.
All right. So everyone finds rest as Kelpie sneakily stays up the rest of the night. So.
Oh, runs away. Is that what you said?
With all of
it. In all of their wanderings in this town, would Kelpie know anything if there was a darker temple here?
Heathen.
Harlot.
Is this a headset off moment, or
It might be, depending on how this goes.
Is this where Kelpie turns to Satanism? And John just stares at me intently like I will destroy you.
I think we're past the point of her turning to Satanism. She's just been fucking attuned to that goddamn amulet.
I was gonna say she's the kind of person that would go to hell and he would give her back saying like, no, I'm out. She took all my shit.
I mean, look at that bag. It's just like the bag's bigger, not too big for her to pull anymore.
Just goes up to the devil with his pitchfork, put it in your bag or you'll lose it.
Put it in the bag, you'll lose it. Put it in the bag. Put it in the bag.
He's just like, puts it in the bag.
What is this small child coming up to me for?
We just see Kelpie run towards us.
From what you've seen and what information you gleaned, this is a city that is very much in tune with the more lawful good or neutral good higher powers. Also, based on what Vorgoth kind of cautioned you before, this is not a place to go flaunting any of the darker aspects of magic or higher powers.
Okay. Kelpie goes up to bed.
She goes up to the barkeep. I'm looking for a dark harlot. Bye. Sorry.
He was friendly.
She snuggles with Jaa.
All
right. So
wait, hold on.
Okay.
Who's the big spoon?
She is always.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you guys flipped a coin or.
No, it's always been Kelpi. We knew this.
I am always Big Spoon.
I get cold at night.
That was a power bottom.
I'm not touching that one.
Me neither. I'm getting off of that one.
He's like, here it is, goodbye.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So.
All right. So, the morning comes, just the barest hint of daybreak as you all awaken because you turned in fairly early. So, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna kick out my door and be like, dwarves! Let's go.
Typical morning.
The rest of you all.
Oh wait,
the rest of you
on,
all,
wait,
as you're
wait.
starting to like slowly come to, are shocked awake by the war cry of dwarves.
However, Zutreoth.
Yep. I go. What floor am I on?
I think you'd be on the second.
Is there a third floor?
There's a third floor.
I go up to the third floor.
Okay.
I find a window.
Okay.
All right. I do my morning.
He does his
Yep.
thing.
One dive.
Make a acrobatics check.
Nat 1.
No, it's not in that one. I'll tell you that much.
Breaks his leg.
Acrobatics.
Can never walk again.
Fuck Christ. Oh, 20.
20? Okay. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage on the fall as you land. It's still 15 feet up in the air, so you land and like, yes! And then you're like,
Fully,
ow! Ow, the pads of my feet. Ow, the pads of my feet.
fully expected, so I just lay on hands it. I touch my ankle. Ah, fuck. And it's better.
Alright.
Now,
Start knocking
actually,
on people's
a quick
doors
question.
with my hammer.
Have any of us ever actually seen him do this? Because he always just like walks into
No.
the front door.
Okay, I walk inside.
We always
I don't think anyone's ever seen him do this. You just know he, for some reason, is walking in from the outside. So I guess you just assume he's an early riser.
I can't believe I only just now thought of this. No one has ever seen him do this.
I'm gonna knock on people's door with my hammer. Let's go!
I come up from the stairs. What the fuck are you knocking on my door for? I'm already out.
One less door I gotta knock on.
Actually, is Elluin with Kelpi and Jaa again? Or is he in his own room? I forget.
Cart.
Do they know
you're
he's in
with
our
the
room?
They
with the
don't
cart.
want. Jaa hates me in that room, so I'm not gonna fucking bother.
I mean, you're cold.
It's probably because he's got no meat on his bone.
Well, shall we,
Kelpi's hair, Kelpi just raises up in bed, and her hair is just all disheveled. And she's just like, you dare wake me from my slumber?
Yes, dwarves! I hit the door harder. Wake up!
Now.
Be gone, vile beast!
You want me to get rid of them?
No, it's fine.
oh, whoa, hold on. Time out. There's no them. I'm downstairs now. This is not me.
Your boomstick doesn't scare me, Puff the Magic Dragon. I'm sorry, I didn't really say that.
I was gonna say, how long have you been waiting to use that one?
Yes, so long.
I guess.
Take it.
Elluin, are you saying something? Because I couldn't hear you. No? Okay, just making sure. I guess I'll go down and get everybody breakfast cooking.
Okay. As you all go down, our little goblin friend provides breakfast.
The final time.
The final time.
Mud.
Before he walks away, I put 2 gold on the table and say, "For you, my friend."
I'm gonna grab him and give him a big old bear hug. Squeeze him till he pops.
No.
Gonna miss you, little buddy.
He doesn't even know what's happening. He's like,
This is the last time I take this shift.
Well, time to go. I toss him over the
counter. you see the door. He's still on the ground. You see the door pop open again behind the bar, and another goblin walk out. Are you okay?
There's more of them.
They're multiplying.
Well, Ian pointed out that I do a different accent every time I do him, so I thought I'd just make him multiple people.
That's fair.
Oh.
I may or may not have done that.
That's a great nod. Kudos.
All right. I mean, I'd say that I'd go get the cart ready, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Yeah,
Right.
I go outside after our breakfast and set up the cart as well.
Okay. Anything anyone wants to do before leaving the city? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I'm holding my
I'm gonna
peace
rob
forever.
everybody.
I'm gonna rob everybody.
I'm gonna rob everybody.
Everybody forever.
I'm gonna steal all your stuff.
I'm good. I'm good.
Kelpie, I need your bag, Kelpie. I got a lot of things to steal.
Nope. Go get your own.
Go get your own steel.
I assume I'm driving.
Yeah. Use the
I'll
best
be in the
driver.
front next to Jaa.
Hold my tail.
Kelpie will be
Hold
on
my
board.
tail.
I'll hold his tail. Why not?
Do we have anything in the cart like that would be taking up a seat, like a box or anything?
I think don't we still have the box that the stuff was in, but we sold the things in them, right?
I thought we sold the boxes as well, but I'm not sure.
No, you just sold the armor.
Okay, so I grab the box and I try and toss it up onto the second floor balcony.
Okay.
Excuse me, what?
What?
Why are you tossing the boxes up to the second floor balcony?
As a gift.
For who? We need the box.
I don't think you realize I'm gonna do this. It's best not to question it.
Okay.
Okay.
You
Is your
put the
character-
box on the second floor balcony.
Oh, yeah.
Is this? I'm so confused by your character now.
Alrighty, we're going.
He's training his
Moving out.
dexterity.
Yeah. Let's go, Rory.
Oh, here we go again.
She kicks him in the side so that we can go faster.
Why?
Stop your complaining. You've been resting for days. Let's go.
I know, it
Kelpie.
was so peaceful.
Kelpie, speaking of which, does Rory sound like he hates us?
No. Rory loves us.
Yes.
I love you too, Rory.
Oh.
He loves you
Duke.
too.
Duke, let's get out of here.
All right.
Scrappy. Diner.
Biscuits and mustard.
All right. On the road again.
Yep. So, as we are traveling, is there anything anyone wants to do?
Nope.
I'll keep
I
working on my
guess.
Braves for Robin song.
Okay.
I guess-
Lorcan?
I'm gonna put the finishing touches on my hilt.
Okay. One more D20 with proficiency.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
It was a 19.
Wait.
Is there any inlays or carvings you want to put into it as the final part of this?
Wait, it's with dexterity, right?
Yeah, no,
No,
I knew what he
it's-
meant. No, I add dexterity when I'm doing this.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good.
Wrong-
It's
wrong
okay.
tool.
I knew what you meant. And I guess I'll just carve some dwarven heads or some like I did
Yes,
not say that.
Sorry.
Did not say that.
What are you doing to our child?
She's just yelling at me.
Well, you did something then.
But no, yeah, I guess I'll just carve some dwarven things, then put my symbol into
Like
it.
dwarven ruins and stuff.
Sure, yeah, that.
So go ahead and make your last dexterity.
19.
19. You get done shaving off the last piece as you brush it off for the last time and kind of look at it. The rest of you see this very very well done. Not exactly masterwork, but very well done, carved with ruins inside, carved into it. Do you want the ruins to say anything specific?
I'll keep it in reserve till it matters.
That's fine. I'll allow it. But you have this. I mean, technically, you're already done. So.
Oh, there's where my dice went. It's in my pants for some strange reason. Don't ask why.
Anyway, but you do have the haft of the new haft of a soon-to-be battle axe or great axe, whichever one you want.
Good to know.
So, anyone else?
Can I keep my eyes open for anything in the sky? Any large thing in the sky?
I'll keep my eyes on the ground.
Okay, I need perception checks from both of you.
I keep my eyes underground.
You're keeping an eye on the Underdark.
The mole people.
Sorry, you said perception?
Yep.
Making sure no bones right
17.
Same.
17? Okay.
Ow. Yahtzee.
That's not what a Yahtzee is, but okay. Uh-oh.
Jaa, you don't notice anything. Well, I take that back because y'all are heading toward Felbar, correct?
Yes. So we're on that northern road along Hawk's Nest.
You're going toward Hawk's Nest currently. I will say every now and then, Jaa, you can see some vague dark shapes flying through the sky towards the direction you're heading, coming from the mountains that surround you. But they're a little bit far away for you to really know what they are. But they are, based on the size, you would say they're probably bigger than a normal bird.
I am slightly uncomfortable.
Superman.
What do you see?
As for Boar, keeping an eye out, you notice every now and then you think you see some movement out of the corner of your eye before you look, and it's gone.
Hey, Kelpi.
Yes?
Now that I'm done with my thingy, let's get yours working.
Yay!
I'm gonna draw her. I'm not working on hers. I have to draw hers up before I can even.
Okay.
But I'm gonna start sketching a little book that I have on me, like this.
Okay.
Does John know about the land, or like is he just secluded on the island?
Especially this far east, you are very unfamiliar with where you are.
Okay.
You might have known some of the coastal areas that you might have had contact with for trade and such, but this is very far out of your wheelhouse.
Kelpi has no idea.
It's okay, don't worry. We're going to dwarven places. There's going to be ale and lots of food, and don't forget the ale.
So more short people.
Yes, lots of short people.
Okay.
Yes, and then...
DM, how far away am I seeing these flickers of movement? Like, how far away from us and where I think I'm seeing these are we? Like, is it 60, 100 feet?
Within 100 feet.
Okay.
Not too close, but at least within 100, maybe 200 feet. Whatever you think you're seeing seems to be keeping its distance.
Okay. Hey, Kelpi.
Yeah.
You want to do a little pass without a trace? This feels like something's kind of keeping an eye on us. I don't like it.
I mean, they'll still be able to see us.
Yeah, but maybe it'll keep new things from getting on us. I don't know. It's up to you. Just thought I'd toss it out there. That's all. Cluck, 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 cluck.
The spell does say +10 to stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means.
Right. Was non-detection...
That is against divination magic, I believe.
That's just divination, okay. Magic scare sensors.
I mean, I can make one person invisible for an hour, but that won't really help much.
Nah,
Just make me invisible while I draw. You just see a pen writing in a book.
I think it's safe to say at this
Kelpi
point.
does cast Pass Without a Trace.
What was that, Zutreoth?
Nothing.
How long does that last?
That lasts for an hour.
Okay.
If D&D Beyond will be nice.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes. Can I do my coin trick stuff, please? I'll try to
Yeah.
have
Go
that.
ahead.
Cast it. Son of a bitch. Thank you.
Go ahead and make. I believe we call this a dexterity, but without proficiency. Correct?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Since you're still learning.
Yep.
Hello.
Go, Ellie, go.
15.
15. You're getting better. It's becoming a little bit smoother. You still drop it every now and then, but it's you're making steady progress.
Nice. That's pretty much what I'm working on the entire day.
Okay. The travel passes largely quiet and peaceful. As the sun begins to sink down below the horizon, are you looking for a place to stay, or are you just going to stay off the road?
Asking Boar, how much farther to the next town? Looking at your map, depending on where we are.
I'd say we're about halfway there.
Rest up today. Get there tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, we still have the tents, so
It's worth having a.
yeah.
I guess it's worth getting off the roof for now.
Yeah, may as well try to let's find a decent place before we just hop off.
With some good coverage and whatnot.
Guys, did you hear that joke about John and Kelpi going camping?
No.
It was fucking intense.
Oh God. And he just shakes his head.
I did not need that.
So I'll
Yes.
keep an eye out for a good place that's like defensible.
Okay. As you go, as the light kind of leaves the sky and the stars and the moon start to come out, it's really hard for some reason in this area to find a proper place to settle down. But as you do continue to look, and the sun sits behind the hills to your back, cicadas strangely begin to chirp on the few trees that are scattered every now and then, and the exhaustion of the long day travel begins to kind of drag at your limbs a bit, and you smell it. This thick, savory scent of cooking meat and vegetables mixed with the smoky smell of a campfire. The faint light flickers from just down the trail, in between some crags, about 50 feet ahead. Do you follow?
I'd say we go.
You want to
I
go
don't
for it, or do you
trust
want to
it.
send somebody out there first? I can make.
Maple.
You know what?
Ham?
You can make me invisible. I'll go check.
Just send the
Well,
two cats.
We can send the flying cats.
I kind of want to go. Just out of character, I just want to fucking do something stealth-wise. If that's okay.
Okay. Yeah, we can send Zutreoth and the cats. They can get a bird's eye view, and he can get a ground side.
Okay. So you make Zutreoth invisible.
I'll make him invisible.
Okay. Zutreoth, I don't think you've ever been invisible before, have you? So as Boar plucks a few strings and the magic kind of drifts off and comes in contact with you, you feel a strange sensation, not unlike a egg has just broken on your head and is drifting down as the rest of you see him slowly fade from view.
He's melting.
Hey, Kelpi, how far away can you hear your kitty cats? Just in case he gets into trouble, then they can get us word very quickly.
DM.
About the same you can hear any person.
Did we use the rocks any at all?
Nope, you haven't used them today.
Yeah, someone give him a rock.
Kelpi pulls one out.
Pass me the rock.
I'm
Passes
taking
it
the free throw.
over.
Thank you.
Wait, hold on. She can't see him.
She gives it to him before it goes invisible.
All right, fine. Fuck it.
You really want to try and stick your invisible hand inside Kelpi's bag.
I just want to see Kelpi yeet the rock in the wrong direction.
Yes, among the other rocks, as you are in a very mountainous area.
Okay, fine. He
not
takes
good
the
for
rock,
us.
then I turn him invisible.
Okay. So as you send the cats for an aerial view, and Zutreoth, you go roll a stealth check for me. Pass without a trace is not counting because you will be outside 30 feet.
No, I get, but like doesn't.
You do get advantage because you are invisible.
Okay. 17.
17. All right. So you make your way. You make your way through the kind of boulderish landscape, and finally you do come to a campfire. And you were outside the halls when they were poking into the different performances afterwards, right?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so this is not familiar to you, but you do see a young male dwarf, thick, bushy beard, and kind of tuning a mandolin as he sits by the fire, just minding his own business.
I just kind of post up. How long does invisibility last?
1 hour.
1 hour. I just post up and just kind of observe for a little bit.
Okay.
Shit float.
He doesn't move. He's still just checking his food to make sure it's cooking right, and messing with his mandolin a little bit.
Ooh. How long has he been gone? Ish.
Probably a few minutes at the most.
I would like to cast message.
Okay. What's the range on message?
120 feet.
Okay. That works.
So, I will pluck one of the strings very lightly and go, "Hey, this is Boar. How you doing? What you seeing? You can reply to this message."
So Zutreoth, as you're like carefully watching, you hear Boar all of a sudden in your ear whispering something. You're like, but no one's there.
Fuck, I hear him in my head. He's not doing... it's a dwarven bard, but I'm just keeping an eye on him. Check back later.
Okay.
So yeah, I just
I'll relay
keeping
that.
an eye on him. I wait for anything.
I mean, a few minutes go by. A few minutes go by. Nothing's really changed at this point. He's taken the meat off the fire and is kind of preparing it. Nothing untoward happening.
Doesn't play music or anything.
No, hasn't played his mandolin yet.
Is the coast clear? Can we come up?
Fucking relax, Sky.
You don't hear Kelpi. All you hear is Boar say that.
No, I know. Fuck. Shut up. So, sorry. What was it again you said to me?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I just said, "Are we good? Is the coast clear? Can we come up?"
Yeah, come on up. He seems friendly.
Okay.
So
I kind of backtrack a little bit so that I'm not suspiciously poking out and they're just being like, "Hi there!" out of invisibility.
And since I can't see him, Let me know when you're back on the cart, and I'll take it off you.
You
Oh,
just
no. Oh no!
Eventually, you just hear.
And it's.
You just see like a dumbfounded look on my face. Just, why did I hear you?
Oh, I figured out that's something I can do now.
I didn't like that. You were in my head. Don't do it again.
I make no promises.
Can I just move the cart up to near the campsite?
Yeah, you can't move the cart through the rocks. It'll have to stay close to the road. But you can move it kind of off the road and behind the rock, but it can't get very far into where the campfire is.
Yeah. I say.
Does he seem friendly?
Yeah, very much so. Just seems like normal dwarven bard. Just seems to be preparing a meal, chilling, tuning his instrument.
If it's a dwarf, do you want to send Zorkon up there?
I mean, let's just all go.
Wait. You said he was
friendly
tuning an
face and all.
instrument?
Let's just go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you all approach, and as you do, as he's kind of tuning his mandolin, he looks up, is like, "Ah, are you travelers? Come on, come over. The fire's nice. We have food."
We?
Yes, we. As he gestures to all of you.
Ah, good point.
Kind of you.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna shuffle up and jump over by it.
You assume that we have food.
Oh, I have food. Folks call me Zimmy. And you are?
Call you what?
We
Zimmy.
Zorkon.
Zemi?
Zimmy.
Zemi.
What's with dwarves and Zed?
We actually saw you play. You were quite good.
Oh, thank you. I haven't been to Silver Moon in quite a long time. It was nice to come back and visit.
Are you off to Felbar?
We'll see. I might stop by Sundabar first. Always nice to check up on some of the other dwarven holds. Truthfully, I'm a wandering bard looking for a new tale to sing about. Come, sit. I'll trade you plenty of food for a few good stories.
I can do that.
Yeah, and we have had some things happen. I'm bored, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Zutreoth.
Pleasure.
Kelpi, Jaa, Elluin.
I'm sitting as far away as possible because I don't like new people.
As you settle down and start to dig in, he strums his lute and starts singing the same dirge he was singing in the performance area. That same "Oh death," and continues with the rest of the song. And once again, you notice he knows the words and can hit the notes perfectly and knows the song by heart, but it doesn't seem like he quite understands the concept of death itself.
So, does that strike anything with me? Like, does that...
It strikes you as very odd, because, like, there is a almost a innate understanding of death, even for some of the races that can be a bit older in years. It's still an innate and common part of life. For him to not really understand death itself is a bit unusual.
So, if I may, why is that your go-to ballad? If it is, anyway. I'm not sure.
Oh, it was a favorite of another traveling bard I once came across. Great storyteller, wonderful person. He taught it to me. It just seemed like a good song, I guess.
Does it resonate with you at all? No emotional?
No, I just kind of like the tune.
That's fair enough. Do you have any particular outlook on death?
No, can't say that I do. I still got quite a few years to go. So death isn't exactly something that's ever on my mind.
Well, it definitely pays to be cautious.
I'll keep that in mind.
It's not, definitely not a light topic.
Huh.
I'd maybe look a bit more into the aspects of death that you might be missing. You might gain a new understanding of the song, and it might strike something that maybe would be inspirational for a bard to acquire.
Well, do you have a nice story about death? I'm always looking for a good story, and you've already partaken of half of our agreement, so come tell your stories.
Well, this one actually happened semi-recently on our adventures. We had cleared out Nightstone of goblins. They had overtaken the city after the city being abandoned for a little while. After being occupied later on, we were sent off to a cave, which would have some denizens of the hold, and captured by some of the goblins. We dispatched a fair amount of goblins, but those deaths are not the ones that struck us most. Of course, I took those deaths into mind, but they weren't of the utmost importance to me. It was for death necessary for a greater good. When we rescued everyone, there was a young man, no older than maybe 10, 11, 12 human years. And he was looking for his parents. He searched through the crowd and realized that he had heard screams when he was taken from the hold. He didn't quite understand what had happened. I had to break the news to him that his family was most likely dead. He was disheartened, shattered, understandably so, but eventually I chipped him up by letting him know that they would be judged accordingly on how they were in their life. They were great people. They will go on to great things in the afterlife. He was confident that, I'm assuming he was confident that his family were great people and that they would be fine in the afterlife. And as for him, what he had to do was just carry on. He has to live on, uphold his name, become the best person that he could be without holding himself back due to loss. It's an interesting experience nonetheless for someone so young to go through at an early age. And I'm sure he will go on to do many, many great things unless he lets that guilt and not guilt, but lets that experience hinder him. But death is a part of life. It comes for us all. And it's important to understand the ramifications of it, but still carry on with it.
You can only run so far.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If that's the end of your story, I need you to go ahead. Well, first off, what are your proficiencies, real quick?
Insight, intimidation, sleight of hand, and stealth.
Go ahead and make a charisma check, and I'll say, since this was a very insightful story, go ahead and add your proficiency with your charisma check.
So that would be a 17.
17. Oh, well, I guess that's one way to look at it. And you've given me some stuff to think about, but I don't know if that's really the story I'm looking for.
I'm not saying
Anybody else got a good story?
Yeah.
So, what? So,
I'm gonna go keep watch by the horses, make sure nothing gets at them.
Nah, wait, where are you going?
Just a little bit that way.
No, sit, talk. I'm sure your horses will be fine.
Don't worry, I'll be back. I'm not going nowhere.
Kelpi goes with him.
Now, you've eaten of my food. I feel like I'm owed what we agreed upon.
And you will. When they're done, they can come, swap out, and we'll be back to tell our story. Look, we saw stuff on the road. I just want to make sure nothing was following us to get at our horses.
Make a persuasion check.
For what? I'm going to the horse, regardless.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
While he's
20, not natural.
20? Okay. Alright. As long as you're coming back.
I'm not leaving without them.
So what kind of story is he looking for?
Ask him.
Oh, that's a good point. What kind of story are you looking for?
Oh, story of valor and cunning or mystery or a little bit of mischief. Something I can really sell to people and maybe write a good song about. Something that'll really get people's attentions.
Do I sense anything familiar about him?
The DM smiled, which means
I know.
Never play poker, bud.
I know.
10 years ago, he was your butt buddy.
Make a nature check.
Nature check, you say?
He's a rock.
oh my god,
He's the rock.
That's John Cena, but okay.
Fuck you.
18.
18? There is something about his nature that is vaguely familiar. You don't know him personally, but he seems to have traits that are vaguely familiar to your countenance.
I have a story I could tell you.
oh god.
Oh, by all means.
Back in my home on my island, we had a few of us who visited an ancient creature. This creature was a very large, wise, and powerful dragon. We fed him many things, and sometimes when he got angry, he fed upon us. It didn't take us too long until we realized that more of us have gone missing. So we decided to mount a plan to evict this creature from our home. My island used to be home to many of these fine winged beasts, until we rose up against our evil masters of the chromatic variety. A hunting party was sent out, my father a part of it. It was a week until they came back, but when they did come back, it was a bounty worth that of many, many kingdoms, a hoard unlike any has seen before, of diamonds and jewels and pearls, along with the heart of a vicious green dragon. Green dragons don't normally preside on islands, but this one found a small little forest and decided to take up hold in it. But we killed it. and feasted upon its flesh.
Make a charisma check. What's your proficiencies?
Like fucking shit.
Proficiencies? I'm proficient in animal handling, intimidation, investigation, and survival.
Sorry, what were the last 3?
Intimidation, investigation, survival.
Okay, make a charisma check with your intimidation proficiency.
Fun fact, that's +5.
Okay.
Hey.
Can't hurt.
24.
24. Now that's a tale. I can almost picture it
No,
now.
it's
That treasure.
It is a very fine treasure.
Now that's a story I can write a song about. But please, please, more if you have them.
So, as Kelpi and I are walking over to the cart, just kind of lean down and go, does something about him not feel right?
We need to leave. We can't stay here tonight.
I mean, I know that we promised him a story for the food, but maybe he'll let us part with some coin.
If we have to kill him, I don't care. We're not staying tonight.
All right, you want me to stay with the horses and you go back and get everybody, or vice versa?
I'll stay with the horses.
Okay. I'll head back to the group.
Okay.
Does Kelpi notice anything about the cart and the horses? Like, are they okay?
Yeah, they're fine.
They're fine? Okay.
So, being a dwarf, am I going to know? So he's into treasure, which is, you know, we're dwarves. Welcome to being a dwarf. Is there anything that I might be able to notice about him that is different than other dwarves? Since, I mean, I'm pretty different myself. Is there anything I might notice while I'm listening to Jaa telling the story?
Dwarves, actually, I would say make an insight check.
Okay. 15?
15? All right. Dwarves, like many races, prefer the company of their own. It's just kind of it's familiar to them.
We are the best.
This dwarf has shown you no more attention than he is giving the rest of everyone else.
I'll be right back.
So, I'll come back up to the fire, I guess, around the time that Jaa is finishing his story.
Where's your friend?
She actually just received word. She's a bit of a spellcaster. We need to get going, everybody. We got some urgent business. The urgent business that we were supposed to be taking care of has been bumped up and escalated. We need to power on through the night. I'll take out a couple, like 4 or 5 gold coins and toss them at the dwarf and say, "We apologize if we can't give stories."
This is what we agreed upon, was it not?
We did give you stories. I'm afraid we haven't.
I'm sorry.
I need more.
Step down.
I'm sorry, but we have to go.
Adventurers, aren't you?
We are.
And
we must
grab my hammer as slowly as I can.
Okay. You have countless tales to tell. I need them. I need those stories. And at this point, you see the fire has gone from its regular orange and yellow to bright green and is slowly growing.
Guys, this isn't a dwarf.
I'm pulling out the great sword, saying Shruhan.
Every dragon needs its horde.
I know.
Kelpi!
As you see a bright light shine from him and grow into a large copper dragon.
Fucking called it.
Fuck! Kelpi P bastard!
I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh no!
God, I hope I go first, please.
Oh no, that's actually not bad.
No, I'm sorry.
All we do,
We
that's
have
right,
to
we're
roll
gonna do it anyway.
Fuck. Damn it. Fucking hell.
What? Oh.
I
I don't have that.
Thought you did. Sorry.
No, I have detect magic.
Ah.
Sorry.
Alright,
Sorry.
what I missed.
I didn't have this battle map quite set up how I wanted it.
We
So
tried
give
to
me 2
leave.
seconds.
The dwarf went super deep voice, and then he turned into a copper dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, and the fire that he was cooking on turned green.
Yeah.
All right, initiative has been rolled.
Oh, I need to do that. Hold on.
2 seconds. I didn't quite have this map set up when we started because I didn't know we were going to get to this. I didn't know what y'all were going to do in Silvery Moon, so I was just like, yeah, I'll kind of have this set up just in case.
It's okay, we got time.
Fuck.
I love Mythic Rock's comment on Twitch.
What'd he say?
You don't have stories of your own, boring ass dragon? Get a life! We have somewhere to be! Oh, man. Do you have the map up on Roll20?
Almost. I'll take y'all over to it when I get it.
Okay. I'll get that. Man, it's been a while since we fought anything, hasn't it?
We're gonna die.
No, we're
No.
not.
No, we're not.
Well, I know we're gonna die because I am last in initiative.
That low, huh?
Yeah.
You
Roll the
never
1.
know.
Oh.
Well, you still add your modifier to it.
Yeah, I know.
And the dragon could be worse. You never know. Now, granted, it's Zeke we're talking about. Of course, it's going to be a natural fucking 20.
Child.
No. Okay, never mind. Hold on. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, never
What?
mind. No.
Hold on.
Hold on. I'm looking at the wrong one. Do not look up that.
Depending on the size, will determine
Yeah.
how fucked we are.
God.
It really will.
Okay, it's small.
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're on roll.
I mean, that.
All right.
Sorry, I did not see.
I know things about dragons.
Yeah, that's actually was gonna be my first question. It's like, John!
Child, what are you doing?
To the DM.
Yeah.
Is this a? Looking at it, is it young, old, or?
Make a nature check real quick as I roll.
Nature check.
Ouch, my face.
That's a +0, boys.
Apologies. I put this.
I got a 4. I don't know if it's old, young, or goddamn new.
It's on the smaller side.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Okay, that's fine.
So, 25 to 20. 20 to 15.
Sorry, I'm trying to put something on the stream super quick.
16.
Okay.
I 18.
16. 4. Zorkon, what'd you get?
I got 17.
17.
Not very good.
15 to 10.
Sorry about that.
Okay. 10 to 5.
9.
You got my 5, right?
Yeah, I got it. And then Jaa.
2.
Okay.
Oof.
It's alright.
Okay. So, top of the round, Boar. What would you like to do?
Well, now I have to ask because I did say that he pulled the sword out and said Shruhan before you said roll initiative. So.
Yeah. So it's already lit.
Okay. How do you play D&D? I don't remember anymore. Yeah.
Should we be fighting it?
Well, Boar is like big monster, so
Should we be fighting it?
he's going to rage, run up to it, give it a big old swing from his greatsword, and strike it with lightning.
All right. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay. With the lightning, he has to do.
Because is lightning? Yeah, lightning's a what save?
Looking for that again.
I think it's Dex.
I believe it's Dex. It's Dex.
Yeah.
That's a 19.
Well, what's half of 1?
It's still 1.
Yeah.
It still takes 1 damage.
I'm assuming an animal handling check is out of the question.
Well.
Don't answer that, you dick.
No, hold on.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You asked.
Should I just keep rolling my stuff?
On your turn, if you want to try persuading or intimidating or deceiving or anything else, that is up to you.
I'm not giving it any more fucking stories. Fuck off.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
just gonna keep attacking.
What was it for?
1 lightning damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had already attacked.
Well, yeah, with rage and the.
Yeah. So what's your first weapon attack?
It is
Oh,
16 or 26.
26. I was about to say 6.
Yeah.
26 hits.
Okay. That is 8 and 5, so that's 13 slashing and 5 and 8 fire, and then second attack.
Okay.
That would be an 11.
That does not hit.
Oh, sorry. That last slashing is 15. I forgot to add my rage damage.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. As you run up and as just rake across its scales, it's still on the younger side of the draconic age. So its scales aren't as hardy as some of the older dragons. So you are able to penetrate a little bit. It's like, and as you swing again, it just kind of knocks it aside with its claws.
How's this for a tale to tell?
Okay, its turn. Is like, you dare, and he like breathes in, and you see this cloud of gas. I believe this should hit. Yep, that will hit all of you. So I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Not Kelpie.
Yay!
Not Kelpie.
Everyone within
30 feet. So it's everyone but Kelpie.
And what is it?
No, hold on.
Yeah, we're good.
No. He's got the thing for saves.
Constitution.
Hold on.
I think. Oh, never mind.
I know what he's looking up.
I forget.
Is it a
What are you looking
feature and
for?
trait? He's got that aura that buffs our save
Right.
throws.
I can't find it.
Does it need to be any better than it already is?
It's a dragon, dude. Take what you can get.
I'm hoping so.
God damn it. Where is it?
Is it features and traits, maybe?
Features and traits. Why am I not able to find it? Aura protection. Thank fuck. Anyone within 10 feet of me gets a +2 bonus.
So yeah, you all get it.
Okay, and you said it was Constitution?
Constitution.
So what do I add to that thing?
Constitution +2.
Okay.
Your saving throws are up in a little box in
Yeah. All right.
That's a 14 for me.
14. Succeed.
So
18.
if you're
Succeed.
9.
so
Fail.
6.
Fail.
No.
Zircon, what's your question?
if you're proficient, what does that mean? Like if
You
you're
have your
proficient
proficiency. Like it already does the math for you, so in that little box of saving throws,
okay.
it already just add what it tells you.
27.
+2 in this case as well because
Yeah, and then plus another 2.
27.
So Elluin and Jaa are the only failures. Everyone else succeeds. Your speed is halved. You can only take one attack, and you can only either take an attack or a bonus action on your turn, not both.
What is this effect?
That's for the 2 that failed.
Yeah, that's for the 2 that failed. Everyone else is fine.
So, like, what's that effect on? Is that poisoning?
No,
It's just slow.
It's just slow. It's
slow
non-magical slow.
Okay.
All right, Zorkon, you're up.
I'm gonna look at Jaa and be like, do I need to hold back on this thing, Jaa, or am I going all out?
I mean, if I talk, will that be my action?
It'll be your reaction.
Will that actually consume something for him on
Yeah,
his turn?
talking other than just like shouting something like hey, do this, or hey, if you're like having a conversation, that's taking up action.
Oh, then no, never mind. Sorry, I did not know that. My apologies.
That's okay.
I guess then I'm just gonna run up at it. I mean, since my hand was already on my hammer. God, I wish I could have asked.
Go for it, man.
I guess I'll use extra attack. Not extra attack. Action surge. Sorry.
Action surge. Okay.
Action surge. I don't know about dragons. This is why I was gonna ask, but
okay, go for it.
I don't want to. So I will also be doing Great Weapon Master, which I'll only be adding. I think it's 5.
You subtract 5 from your roll,
Okay,
and then
so I'll be
add
adding
10 if it hits.
Yes. So first roll, adding 4 would be a 19.
That will
Not a
hit.
nat.
That'll hit.
A natural 19.
That will
And
also
that
hit.
counts as a crit for you, right?
Yes, it does. So 19 non-nat, 19 nat. 15.
That will not. That off the scale.
And 18.
Richter?
And over 20.
Okay. Yep, that hits.
23. So 2d6 plus 6. Let me grab some dice real quick.
DM, have you been playing music, or is my...
I have not. I am so sorry. I'm so out of practice.
Yeah, no, I just noticed it was like super stressful quiet.
Should I just roll all this together?
Who put the 4 on there?
It's me.
What do you do?
So it's gonna be 8. That'll be 8d6.
Yeah.
Plus
8d6, and
24.
then that's okay.
6, 10, 15, 25, 26, 27, 28. Plus 30. Because
Where'd the 30 come from? Oh, right.
Plus 10.
Right.
And
Okay,
then
so...
the cold damage is 4d6 because it's 2 regular d6 and then double for the crit. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 14 cold damage.
How dare you impersonate a dwarf? This is what a real dwarf is.
Okay.
Let me know when you're done with that because I have one more thing to do.
Yeah, I'm done.
How do you have more?
Well, so all this stuff with Great Weapon stuff I didn't have on here. I had to type it in manually because I didn't have the D&D
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, fucking go for it. But
I can add that. I can add that now.
I did. I already added
Okay.
it. I bought it myself.
He bought it.
Okay.
It says, on your turn, when you score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce a creature to 0 hit points, you can make 1 weapon melee action as a bonus action, which I'll do as well.
You don't need to.
Are you serious?
Just walk up and bitch slap a dragon
Yeah.
to death?
Aw.
Yeah, he did a lot of damage.
He did like, what is that? 70? No.
It's a dragon.
It was at like 24,
It was a
25,
young
and then went
dragon.
to like 90 something.
Yeah, you just did. Holy crap! How much damage did you do?
25.
You said 28 plus 30?
That's
Which is
58.
50,
And
58.
then 14, the 72 damage, yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no way dragons got less than 100 health.
Just
It
don't
did,
kill it.
or took it down.
No, just bring-
Can I break it in and just do a little less?
Knock
You
it
can
out.
do it non-lethally.
yeah, do that.
Sure. Let's do that.
Okay. Yeah. So you
Sorry, guys, I didn't know. My apologies.
you cut into it, and finally, like, you're just hacking away at it. You miss one time, but doesn't even phase you. You just bring it back around, and finally you see its head come down as all these gashes in it, and you just like kind of notice it's doing a little bit. It's doing really bad. Like you didn't expect it to go down this easily. You kind of flip it to the blunt side of your axe and just wham on the head.
He's got a hammer.
Yeah, hammer.
Oh, sorry, hammer. Sorry. As you're just breaking bone and bashing into it, and it comes down, you kind of like you're really surprised that it was this easy to take down a dragon, but you kind of just flip your hammer and like kind of not full swing, just almost tapping it for you as it goes down. It is now unconscious at 0 hit points, but it does not have to make death saving throws. But it is unconscious.
Are we out of combat?
Guys.
Yeah, you're out of combat.
Am I still slowed?
You are still slowed. It lasts for a minute, but you can now make another saving throw since we are technically out of combat.
What am I rolling?
Constitution.
Constitution?
+2.
Oh, yeah.
Rolling for con.
I did the same thing, don't I?
And remember to add your +2 from me.
Fuck.
18.
18?
19.
That's a success. That's a success.
I run up to the dragon.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of back away from it.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
Kelpi, I need you here.
Kelpie's gonna run up to the dragon.
Okay.
I need you to heal it.
What?
I need him awake.
I'm gonna hold my hammer really
I
tightly.
don't need to use spell slots to heal, if that helps.
I mean,
All
Kelpie
right.
has enough potions. That's.
Don't
Well,
waste
if you
your
want
potions.
to cast something, then that would be fine.
Can I just heal it for 1 hit point with lay on hands?
Sure. Okay. So yeah, you lay on hands, and all of you kind of back away just a tad as he lays on hands, and as soon as the magic fades, you just see one scaly eye pop open. He doesn't tense or anything. He just kind of looks around and slowly raises his head, and you see another flash before you see the dwarf form is now returned.
Oh.
And I'll go ahead and take you off of the battlefield. As he kind of just cradles, you see now like deep lacerations as one of his arms is not bending properly. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was being cruel.
You were being very cruel.
Yeah, I'm sorry too.
You're very far from your home.
I didn't mean to. I would never have kept you. Yes, I am far. I've just recently left the nest and thought I'd see the world before I found a nest of my own.
Well, perhaps before you start attacking others, you should find your own lair and start to build up strength.
I didn't mean for there to be violence. I need stories. That's what copper dragons do.
I know you're kind, and I know that you crave stories and entertainment. Perhaps there is something that you can give us for sparing your life?
Oh, look at Jaa.
I would love to hear more stories from you in the future, but I understand I have wronged you, and if you never want to see me again, that is okay. As
No.
for recompense, I would gladly give. And he pulls from his bag his mandolin and sets it on the ground. And this is an instrument of the bards. It was given to me by my father. I hope it serves you well.
I refuse to take it. You play that instrument too beautifully.
Oh.
It would.
And your song.
Please, I insist.
Perhaps another item?
I have my
It's all I
instrument.
have.
How's about a trophy from you? Something that you would be willing to partake.
Of what sort?
Your scales? Only a few.
Look at crafty little bastard here.
If you really do not want, this is a powerful artifact.
Or
It has its own innate magic. But if that is not...
Can I walk over, cast detect magic, and just see if I can see what it might be about?
Yeah, you do so. And it is... You notice a lot of similarities between this instrument and your own.
I kind of really want it.
I mean, ask if you can have both. I'm standing with a hammer. I pretty much just accidentally one-shot a dragon. My apologies again.
hold on, I'm looking something up real quick. Yeah, okay. Boar, do you want this or not?
I must admit, I am very intrigued, but you also seem to have a desire of your own. And I have myself an instrument, as much as I would really like this. I'm gonna leave this one up to you. Is there any chance you'd be willing to part with a few scales and your instrument?
Make a persuasion check at advantage. Sorry.
I was about to say, I'll stand next to him, look super intimidating. For advantage.
Yeah, make a persuasion check at advantage.
Alphabetical. There it is. Oh, thank God! That's not much. It's a 14.
14?
It was a natural 1.
You're welcome.
Scales are very precious to a dragon, but I have wronged you dearly. How much would you require of me?
I would require at least 10 pounds.
Fucking skin them alive.
Scales are heavy.
Can I ask out of
Scales are
character?
very
Like,
heavy.
Oh, are they?
so yeah, I was about to ask because, like, out of character, like, how many scales is that? Is it like literally like 10 or?
I think one scale is
Maybe
like
5.
a couple pounds.
Oh wow. Okay, so sorry, I'm not familiar with.
No, yeah,
dragons at all.
I'm thinking just fucking let Zorkon kill him and skin the fucker. What the hell?
Well, again, sorry. Like, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to ask John. Be like, hey.
Yeah.
I need to mark off action surge before I forget.
Just because I can't find it right now. Is that the actual amount, or
Yes,
is that double?
that's the actual amount.
Okay. Very well. That I believe I can provide that. As you see him glow and shift once more into the still heavily wounded dragon, you see him extend a claw and pluck out about 10 pounds worth of scales.
Kelpi, if you can hold on to this, please.
What is she holding on to?
The
Oh, the
scales.
scales?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
put it in the bag, you'll lose them. Can she, like, rub his nose?
Yeah.
Not
he
Jaws.
He kind of leans into it. I do apologize. And you hear this time in your head, I do apologize.
I heal him for
More.
15 more, just to.
Okay. As
make
you
sure
see
he's
some of
stable.
the wounds stitched together and a bone crack as it sets in place.
Sorry about the hammering.
No,
Okay.
it's
Brooklyn got into
It-
a fight with the door and lost or something. I don't know. The door kind of freaked out.
Oh.
Can I speak in Draconic to him?
yeah, you can.
hey, I can understand this.
Can you really?
Can you?
Yes, I actually can.
When?
So is this a headphone taking off headphones moment because people are speaking Draconic?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say anyone who can't speak Draconic, go ahead and take off your headphones.
Wait,
Yes.
when did you learn Draconic, though?
When I was part of my lore is when I was with my dad, I ran into dragons in our old house. And I picked up the language.
Oh,
Yeah, it's in his backstory.
right, but that would have taken years?
Or I mean, Zorkon's a bit older than you think.
No, that's not what I was going for. Never mind. Continue.
Okay. So
How many other dragons are there around here? Because a couple days ago I spotted one similar to you up in the sky.
That might have been me.
That's what I thought.
Was it over the moors?
Yes, I believe so.
I was looking for travelers to maybe learn stories.
Well, if you flew down, then I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have killed you. We would have been much nicer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am new to this interaction business.
Indeed. Once you leave the nest, the whole world seems like yours because you are a mighty dragon, but believe me, you need to be more careful in the future.
Thank you. And I will say, I'm not the only one out and about. It seems
there
the dragons are a little stirred. My father told me about it before I left the nest. Something about the ordning of the giants shattering.
Giants?
Shattering?
Something to do with their something to do with their hierarchy, I think. I think a king or something is missing.
Interesting.
And do you believe dragons...
Dragons and giants have been at war since the very early days of creation. If something's going on with the giants, the dragons, some of the more schemeful and untrustworthy dragons might either have a hand in it or looking to use it for their own desires.
I don't like the sound of this. Kelpi, was there anything you wanted to ask our new friend here?
No, not really. She's just scratching his neck.
Word of
Love you,
advice
dwarf.
for you, friend. While impersonating a dwarf, try to be friendly around dwarves. We kind of like to be around each other a lot. Kind of keep your secret a little better.
I'll keep that in mind.
No problem.
For the future. For the future, my true name is Zutreoth. If you ever need me, and I'm able to give aid, I believe some of you have proficient enough magic that I can be called upon.
We will keep you in mind. My full draconic name is Jako Sargus Dogen Kun.
Well, I learned something new about you today.
A great honor.
Indeed.
Would he know
Would he know what?
who Jaa is?
He seems to have a glimmer of recognition, but he can't quite place it.
Interesting.
Can you spell his name real quick?
Zemidriath.
I'll have to get that from you because I just butchered.
No problem. I'll type it out in chat.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you hail from the islands to the far west.
That is correct.
I remember a story or two about the exodus of some of your people.
Yes.
I am sorry.
Thank you.
If memory serves, there might still be a group to the north.
I rolled
How
in that
far?
20. Do I know Draconic yet?
Before the mountains, near the base of them. Some of the townsteads there, I believe, is where they migrated to.
I will keep that in mind. I'm going to start speaking in common now.
Yeah.
Kelpi takes out one of the jades that she has in her pocket
Okay.
and hands it to him.
Did you get it on your forehead?
Give it a good licking.
This is a wonderful gift. Thank you.
I would also like to give him something.
Okay.
I'm going to give him... I'm going to give him a picture of my sister.
What?
Oh. Okay.
Keep this on you so that then we know that it is you. We know how... Well, I know how your kind is. Very tricksy.
That we are. This... I shall guard this with my life.
Thank you.
Well, if there is nothing else to be said, I wish you all that you sleep well, and I shall leave you to your own devices until the time of our next meeting. As he starts and takes off into the night.
I'll tell you a story next time.
I'll yell up to him, "Hey, tell stories about me!"
Rubbing salt in the wounds.
I'm sorry. Didn't know.
So there's one time, and another time, and another time, and another time that Kelpi summoned 8 wolves.
Okay.
Also, Elluin, you owe Bor 25 gold for that. Roger.
There was no bet. I made no bet.
Fuck.
I whooped your ass 3 times in a row.
Hey, man.
So,
I'm blind.
Jaa, you think we're good to... I didn't understand anything you guys were saying. Are we okay to stay here, or do we need to go find a new spot?
We're good.
Okay.
Well, I'm
And
thinking about it.
I got the mandolin, right?
Yeah, I'm about to add it to your inventory. So let me pull this up real quick. So yeah, you're really gonna like this.
Someone should probably check to make sure Rory didn't have a panic attack.
Oh, I heard it was a dragon.
I mean, Kelpi was with him the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Oh yeah. As soon as he saw the dragon over the rocks, Rory about fainted. Actually, he did faint.
I was gonna say fainting horse.
Straight leg.
Hey, Jaa, sorry about almost killing a dragon.
He was young. He needed to learn his lesson.
My apologies. I'll be a little more careful next time.
Indeed.
Jaa, what was that he breathed out? It didn't seem to do nothing to me.
Metallic dragons have the ability to spew out different gases or attacks. This one is slow ability. It's kind of like a magical spell of slow, only it slows you down and it stinks. It's very stinky.
Yeah, it didn't smell great.
No, it didn't.
It was like
And
me.
We just based.
Yes, sorry.
he
ma'am.
also has the
Using your
ability
inventory.
of acid.
Oh, I'm glad he didn't use that.
Yeah,
It's
you and
very
me
corrosive.
both.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was kind of looking forward to a bit more of a fight. But when you say young, I'm not familiar with, like, Elluin I know is old as shit. So how does the dragon... You're an elf. Come on, you know it's true.
Whatever.
Oh, sorry.
I happen to-
my apologies. You were old as shit to me.
Would I happen to know, like, the
I'm
exact
like
age of
21,
him?
dude.
make a nature check.
Nature. That would be a 16.
16. I mean, it's probably been around for at least 200 years, maybe a bit more.
Young. That's all you need to know.
Oh, so 200's young for a dragon.
200's very young for a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, I heard something about a great gift. That was said in English, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Common. What was that?
With the thing that he bestowed upon me?
Did he just bestow something upon you? What the fuck happened?
We acquired a new instrument for boar, and I acquired dragon scales.
What was that whole draconic fuffle?
Words of wisdom. He also pointed me towards some of my kin who are a little bit up north.
Oh. Well, that's great to hear.
Indeed.
Guess we should camp up for the night.
I'm good for bed.
I'm good in bed.
Oh, and sorry, I misspoke before. He's probably no more than 100 years.
That sounds about right.
He's a little wormling.
I'll take first watch, and at the same time,
Sure, why not?
I'm with
you.
I'm gonna try to attune to this new instrument.
Okay.
I'll stay with you for the first shift.
Do I need to roll anything to attune, or is it just a thing that happens?
It's just a thing that happens over your shift.
Okay.
So, have you already looked at it?
I will have questions after the stream.
It's good, right?
It's interesting.
I guess I'll take second watch.
Okay. So, Boar's first watch, Zorkon second watch. Who's the others? Because there's 4.
First watch.
Third.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
boring.
so no, sorry, 3. 3 watches. So Bor and Elluin, Zorkon, and who for second?
I mean, it can just be. Okay. But it can just be me if everyone else wants to take a nap for a second.
Okay. Okay, well, so for the first watch, I either need both of you to roll perception or one of you to roll with advantage.
What's your perception? Is it higher than 1?
I have proficiency in that.
Okay, you do it with advantage.
So I have my proficiency with it, or it's already added.
It's already added.
It's already added.
Not that much better. 13.
Okay.
Could I have rolled better?
7.
Fuck! I rolled a nat 20. Too late. Moving on.
Too late.
So the first part of the night passes without any more action. It's fairly quiet. You do hear what seem to be animal calls off in the distance, but nothing close. So the first watch ends without complaint.
As Zorkon's waking up and we're going to bed, does he hear these calls as well? Or
Yeah.
Okay, I'm making sure because I want to say relay the information to him of that and whatnot.
Keep my eyes open.
Okay.
Do you need me to roll as well, or?
Yeah.
Yep.
+6 will be a 19.
19.
I'm also
Still
proficient in it.
Yeah. Still fairly quiet. You do think you hear rocks falling not too far away, but it doesn't repeat itself, so it's like, oh, it's just a loose rock.
All right.
Okay.
Zutreoth.
Second watch comes and goes. Who's on third?
No, who's
So
on
I pre-rolled
first?
mine.
Yeah.
No, third.
What?
I get the joke.
Okay. Is anyone accompanying Zutreoth?
No, doesn't.
Okay.
Seem...
So go ahead and make your last perception check.
Yep, I got a nat 20.
Hey!
Got a nat 20?
Yeah.
So as the sky starts to turn a little bit of a blue tint, from the morning just about to break, you notice that there is definitely a presence among the rocks.
Do I sense like what kind of presence? Like what?
I mean, you see flashes of humanoid movement every now and then, trying to being very stealthy, but you're just lucky enough to catch it out of the corner of your eye, and realize you're probably not alone.
I silently wake everyone up. Up and at 'em.
Don't sleep.
I think
Okay.
we have company.
As a note, you have not completed your long rest yet.
None of us have.
You haven't completed. Yeah, none of you have completed a long rest yet. You have not taken a point of exhaustion yet because it's not that time. So because it's not completed either. But none of you have regained any of what you would gain from a long rest.
So
Anything you would have regained from a short rest, you can have, but not a long rest.
Okay.
So
I gain nothing.
I just let everyone know there were figures in the rocks and just kind of try and be as subtle about it as possible. Just kind of mask it as idle chit-chatter in the morning.
So wait, are you waking us up right as you see it, or are you letting us sleep through? And you're telling us as we're waking up?
I'm waking everyone up.
Okay.
Child.
I go back to bed.
I wake you
okay.
up.
Well,
I go back to bed.
I wake you up.
what do we...
I go back to bed.
I wake you up. I don't know, like...
My hand is on my gun.
Yoink! Fucking...
I'm gonna.
So
start-
as this is all going on, you hear a voice around you echoing off the rocks. I have to commend you on your bravery. Not many people can take on a dragon.
I knew it!
Huh? So wait a minute. The bard.
I knew it!
And not only that, you've gained not only one instrument of the bards, but now two, despite one of them seeming to be a bastardization of them. And as he says this, you see him walk out from behind a rock, flute in hand.
Uh-huh.
There's battle flute.
Now, I realize you think you're all very brave and very strong, but I would very much appreciate it if you would hand over those artifacts without too much of a scuffle.
Yeah, that ain't.
Brave words coming from a man lurking in the stones.
Yes, well, we all have our strengths.
Yeah, and mine was punching a dragon so hard in the face. You think I'm gonna do any less to you?
Ours is numbers as well. So,
Don't
hold,
be
do
too
I-
sure about his numbers.
Do I hear or notice anything else nearby?
Make a perception check.
Because he seems really fucking cocky. God, I wasted that nat 20. It's a 13.
13. You do notice there's a bit of movement in the rocks.
We might be surrounded.
Open your big mouth, God boy.
They were there anyway, dipshit. Suddenly I mentioned that they just
You pretty much said we have a bigger army than you. And he's like, fuck you, here's my army.
Oh, I see
Shut
what you're saying
fucking
now.
if it's go time, it's go time. Let's fucking do it.
I would like to move cautiously towards Elluin.
As you do so, he's like, Now, I think we can all agree that this is going to end bloody one way or another if you don't comply.
Mm-hmm.
The only question is, do you really know my abilities well enough to take the chance that I will be the one bloody by the end of this?
What group are
Okay,
you
hold.
with?
First off, I will say, you don't know me very well. I'm going to run up to Elluin, strumming the new mandolin, and cast invisibility on him.
Okay. Very well. And as he does, he snaps his fingers, and as he does so, he unveils below him a bloody circle of inscribed runes. And what you didn't realize was he was using minor illusion, and you see blood dripping down his hand as he has drawn this circle. Come forth, Zegarach. And you see this line in the air, of this line of red, trail up and down, and then cracks break out from it, and you see a hand push through from some other plane and grab the earth. Scaled and red fur, as a head pulls through the opening, and you just see this gorilla-like face with tusk.
Zutreoth, you're up! Zutreoth, you're up!
I'm up.
And that's what we'll pick up next time.
Ah, you damn you! Oh.
I did ask what group he was beforehand, but never mind. Because my question will never be answered.
To everyone watching, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you have enjoyed our adventures.
Oh my god!
And we'll tune in next time. Ian, can you go ahead and give us the outro?
Yeah, fuck
Outro
you.
remarks.
First off. So again, thank you to Incom Tech, Roll for Fantasy, and Tabletop Audio for some of the music that we should have played tonight.
Sorry. It's been a long time.
It's okay.
Again, keep up with us on Twitter and Instagram. That will be how you find out when we're going to be streaming next. And other than that, thank you all so much for watching. Come back next weekend when we apparently fight a demon.
Zutreoth won the party.
I mean a pushover.
What was that, Zutreoth?
I said Zutreoth when the party summons a demon.
All right.
All right. So thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time, and have a wonderful weekend. Cheers and bye.
Good night.
Bye.